some looks ready for the playoffs. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think that, Aaron, you're absolutely right. I think this is going to be, getting ready for the playoffs. I think you probably won't see the starters probably play the whole game, maybe about the third quarter, and letting some of the other guys haven't played. But of course, you want to get prepared for the playoffs. You're already, kind of in the playoffs. You want to come and go in undefeated. You got Los Fresnos next week. You can't overlook the Raiders here at Rivera. And I think it's going to, they've always played Harlingen pretty tough in the past recent years. They've always been pretty tough opponent. So I'm looking to be a pretty good game. But yeah, I think Harlingen's got to be starting to focus right now, every game, and get ready for the playoffs because we got about another week, and that's about it in the regular season.
Well, I want for you to hear, especially Raider fans out there, we're not just trying to say that Raiders don't have any chance whatsoever of coming in and playing the upset here on homecoming night, right? Raiders do have a couple of key players that I think can possibly do some things tonight against this Cardinal defense, if you will, especially on the outside receiver core. So, I think for the Raiders, right, this is a season, it's 2-6. Yes, you're coming into this, really had a difficult time, but at the same time, like, you're always building for next year, and I think that they'll get a chance to really play a very tough opponent in the Cardinals tonight, and if anything, get better for next week and even next year.
Absolutely, I totally agree with that because this is probably going to be their toughest test.
Yep.
And you want to step it up, and when you're playing somebody like the Harlingen Cardinals, you're going to step it up. You're going to play your best. So they're going to come out and I guarantee you they're going to come out and do 110% here.
Plus on homecoming night, so you know that if you're the visiting team, you're going to want to punch as hard as you can. And so here we go. For the kick sails out of the back of the end zone, and the Cardinals offense will get a chance to take the field first. Now, the Cardinal offense has really been fueled by Isaiah Bell, Joe. He's really been the workhorse for this team. He had a couple hundred yards just last week here on this field, and really has seemed unstoppable throughout the course of this season.
Absolutely, Aaron. I don't think this is going to be a tough task for that defense. And I'm pretty sure they watched the film, and I'm pretty sure they talked about it in practice. I'm talking about for the Raiders to stop number 9. And that's going to be the focus of the thing because, like you said last week, he just tore everybody up. And he's got to be getting ready for the playoffs as well.
Number 9 has been the workhorse. Number 5, Randy Morales, the quarterback throughout the season, is also a dual-threat quarterback. He's really handed it off a lot this season, run the ball as well. He can throw if necessary. Isaiah Bell gets this one. Good job there by the defense of the Raiders getting the backfield. A little push there, but good stop.
And this is exactly what would be a good start for them is stopping Bell for a minimal gain. I think actually no gain. It looked like it was going to be a little loss. But this is exactly what you need, Aaron, sometimes to just get you fired up, get you a little pumped up. And it's little plays like that can make the defense rise a little bit. And like I said, I anticipate Rivera playing really tough today.
Number 14 on the tackle. I do not have his name on the roster that I have here in front of me. However, you can't miss him. One of the tallest players there on the defense. Here comes blitz on the outside. That safety showing it. He backs it off now. Nice little pitch out to the side there. There's Sandoval. And tackle up high around that helmet area, but it looks like it's clean tackle, third down.
Yeah, I kind of saw that. I was looking for the one of the referees to start waving the flag there because, but I guess he didn't turn it or anything like that to cause that. Once he gets in the or to catch him.
Yeah, his first move is always going to be power, right? He's going to be able to run over you. He's able to get through in between the tackles. He runs really well. But like you said last week, I think he had a big run, a couple of them actually, where he actually separated from the defenders as he went downfield. I saw a replay of that, I think you just don't realize that or think about it when you see him. But he's got it all, folks. Here we go downfield. Wants to pass screen set up in the middle of the field now. Good job there by 22, Joe, following his blockers.
That was a good job. That was Justin Sosa, number 22. And exactly what you said, Aaron. He was just being patient. He put his hands behind some of the offensive linemen's back, and he's like, hey, man, lead the way and let me get through it. And a nice pickup. That's going to make it a first and goal at about the 9-yard line.
Justin Sosa, not a name we really called too much this year, Joe, number 22. I know we did call him a couple times last week, but he's starting to emerge also. He plays, I think, in that like kind of wing back, if you will, position, so he can run and or go out in the flat for pass. Here we go, under center Morales now. He does have Bell in the backfield. Bell will get it. Power back up the middle. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And that was all power right down the middle, and exactly what you said. He ran in between the tackles and able to get in. Looked like he was going to be about a yard shy, should I say, but was able to use that power to the end and cross him over. So the Harlingen Cardinals strike first, Aaron.
I mean, we're within a few minutes of the game starting, and I'm going to be honest with you. When I saw that first third down come up, I said, oh, the Rivera Raiders have got something here for the Cardinals tonight. Kind of slow getting off, the ground tonight, but eventually it opened up, able to get downfield for a touchdown. The kick is good, and now we have 7-0 as the Cardinals offense able to break the ice early on.
Here at Texas A&M University, Kingsville, we are a family. We support each other through thick and thin. We work together, grow together, excel together. We inspire each other to become the great minds of the future. We are here to ensure you succeed. Apply today to get started. This is your time.
But, one of the questions I have for the Cardinals is, can they develop a passing game if they need it, right? Because, like you said, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Keep running the football. It takes time off the clock. It has a higher rate of protecting the football, right? Passing the ball opens up for interception, so on and so forth. But can they? Because the truth is that when you get into the second, third, fourth rounds of the playoffs, you got to be able to do both.
Yeah, absolutely.
Short kick this time. It will be field. I thought he fair caught that.
I thought so too, and I think that's what's going to be the flag on
right.
There. But
he tried to run, though, it looked like to me. I don't know.
Yeah. I think what happened was he did get a fair catch, but he was running into him with some momentum, and I don't think he could have stopped. And so I think that's going to be against Rivera. We'll see what the referees, they have the last word on it. But you're absolutely right what you were saying earlier. Harlingen, we have seen him pass. We have seen some with Sandoval. We have seen some with Price. We've seen those receivers really emerge. But I think in the playoffs, I think they're going to have to mix it up a little bit when the competition gets a little better. And, when they're going to be focusing on Bell a lot. I can promise you that.
All right, so we'll go against Rivera. Blindside block. So
blindside, yeah.
I thought it had something to do with a fair catch or whatever. But either way, it's going to go against Rivera. Number 82, I was trying to look up his name here. That's Edgar Gattis. I'll try to get as many names as possible, especially for Rivera fans out there with the limited roster that I do have. But he was the one on that return. But it will be penalized, and they're going to go backwards, as it tends to be on these returns, Joe, all year long, I feel. Punt and or kickoffs, right?
It's about 9 out of 10. It looks like it.
Love to see a clear one of these days. Okay, and that's blown dead.
Yeah, that's going to be a false start.
Yep. Go against Rivera again.
And that's going to push it back. This is the first time we're getting to see their offense, Aaron, but Harlingen's defense is pretty good. It's pretty stingy on it. So you don't want to start with a 1st and 15 already coming back from a penalty that could have started you at the 30-yard line. So right now they're starting at about the 15-yard line. So it's a good 15 yards difference here.
All right, here we go. I'm going to get you a name and number here. Oh, man, he is hit in the backfield. Is that number 55, Joe? And he is just run over by Jacob Ortiz, and that's a quarterback sack.
Yeah, what happened on that one, that was, Jacob Ortiz, number 55. I don't know if you saw that, but he dropped the ball. Mm-hmm. And so when he ended up, the quarterback dropped the ball, fumbled the ball, he ended up picking it up. And as soon as he picked it up, he had about 3 jerseys on him. And he's kind of lucky he got, didn't get a little further out or losing the ball there. So that's going to make it a little tougher. It's going to be about a 2nd and 23 for Rivera.
See if we can get a number on this quarterback, Joe. Can you help me out with that? I see a 34 in the backfield, but the quarterback's at number 20-something, all right?
It might be 22.
22? Okay, so we're going to go with that for now, and I don't have that number in my roster, by the way. So either way, no, 26. We'll get that for you, folks.
26.
Those jerseys are kind of hard to read with that gray and the black, right?
It's either 26 or 28.
We'll go one of those. So I can call out 2 different names, and y'all can tell me who's right or wrong. But either way, another penalty against Rivera, Joe, and this is not going to help you, right, as you're trying to move the ball in this very stout Cardinal defense.
Yeah, and, Aaron, and the thing is, you got 2nd in a mile. And what happens in that situation, if you don't get another yard or maybe get a couple yards, you're going to end up punting, and you're going to be punting, and you're going to give the Harlingen Cardinals at about the 40 or 50-yard line.
Baby, just listen to me.
Escucha.
We do everything with
Prontísimo.
Out of home business or
Flexible.
Insurance for all your
Barato.
needs. You say you just got a new boat. Come on by and we'll give you a free quote.
Prontísimo.
Okay, who's singing? Muriel. Hello?
Accesible.
I'm out.
Pregúntale a tu agente cómo ahorrar con Pronto, porque más barato, nadie.
Give more points to this Harlingen Cardinal offense than necessary. I will tell you. Key players, including the quarterback that was starting this season. And so injuries may have been, or may be an issue for the Rivera Raiders at this point in the season. Okay, here we go. We think it's 26, by the way. And he's back in the end zone in the shotgun formation. Here comes the heat, though. He's going to have to roll out, try to get to the outside. He tries to throw. He is hit hard as he lets that go. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, that's going to bring out a third, Aaron. He had a lot of pressure. He was running out to his left. And nobody home, nobody open, so he decided, what's a smart thing to do, and he did a really good job by just taking it out because there was some pursuit coming in, and that could have easily been 2 points or safety or something like that. But nevertheless, it's going to be a 3rd down. It's going to be 24 yards to go for the Rivera right now, and so far we haven't seen the offense do anything but go backwards right now.
I believe that's Jesus Fernandez, by the way, the quarterback for the Rivera Raiders. Put in a very difficult position there on that 3rd down, lined up in his very own end zone. Now we do have, I believe, the punter in there. No, it's 3rd and 24. They're going to go again. Number 18 runs it this time. That's a safety penalty on the field, though. But if it does stand, that'll be 2 points Cardinals. Let's see.
I think that's going to be a hold, or no, it's going to be a face mask. It looks like there you go. Yeah, the referee's calling a face mask. So that might save him, Aaron.
It will.
That might save him. We'll see right now.
Oh, that's 15 yards. And a first down. I'm at a first down.
That's going to get him an automatic first down. So Rivera getting out of there and getting out of a safety because it easily could have been right now 9-0, and then Cardinals getting the ball back. But it turns out a hands to the face penalty by number 55 for the Harlingen Cardinals. That was Jacob Ortiz again. So, brought him, gave a little life maybe to the offense.
I believe that was number 18, by the way, Matthew Guerrero. That was in. 26 is back in now, Jesus Fernandez, and he's hit in the backfield, loss of 2 yards.
Yeah, defense is swarming all over. The defense, the Harlingen front 4 or front 5 that I've been seeing, they're really getting a good push. And Rivera's guys they're pretty big out there, and that's pretty impressive to get that push and able to get about a yard loss on that one, Aaron.
All right, Rivera. Now, remember, they were going backwards with penalties, and all of a sudden they get this hands to the face penalty, 15 yards, automatic first down. So Rivera Raiders have a little bit of life back in them on this drive. 6:38 remaining in the first quarter, down 7-0. And Fernandez and company, they're going to blow this one dead. And here we go again, another false start, Joe.
Another false start for Rivera. That's going to get you about another 2nd and 15 to go. you don't want to be going backwards here. And they've been the offense, other than the penalty, it's all been negative.
Yes. And, it's like you said, the reason, being you don't want to go backwards because, the potency of this Cardinal offense, and I hate to be just talking about that so much, but really, we haven't seen a defense really put a stop to them all year long. And, of this way, you're giving them some rest, by the way, on the field, on the sideline there for them to come back out. But you got to move forward if you're Rivera, try to get something going. Here we go, blitz on the outside. And giving up the middle, but not really any gain.
Oh, it might even be a little a yard loss if I look at the way the referees are spotting it at about 11-yard line. And the ball was at about the 12.5. And that was Luis Reyes.
The positive thing right now is you're out of your own end zone. So should this get to 4th down, right, at least your punter is not lined up 2 yards from the very back. and they negated, that safety, by the way, on that penalty. If that penalty wasn't called, that was a safety for the Cardinals. And so you got to look at it as a plus right now because at the very least you're out of that end zone. You're able to maybe get the punt away here if it goes to 4th down. But yet the Raiders have a chance here on 3rd down and 15. Don't want to count them out just yet. Rolls to his left, but here comes a tackle inside the 5-yard. The ball is on the ground. That is a hard hit and a fumble, and I think the Cardinals have recovered it unless the official says forward progress, marks him down at the 5. I think he is saying 4th down.
Yeah, they're gonna. The markers are 4th down, so that's going to be a punt. And Aaron, once again, it did push them back now, so they're still going to be punting from their end zone.
I'm not sure about that forward progress. I can't hear the whistle, though, folks, so I don't know, right? If you're down on the field, you could have heard it. That whistle was blown, but to me it looked like he was still fighting for yardage when he was hit and fumbled. But I think it's good for the Raiders, by the way, that they did call forward progress, so they didn't give up a touchdown.
I have to agree with you on that, Aaron. I think, he was still fighting, and then he got one last hit, and that able to get the ball loose, and Cardinals recovered right about the goal line. But the referee says otherwise, and you got to go with the high snap.
High snap. That's going to be.
That's going to be. He kicked it.
He kicked it out of the end zone. Penalty, but he just saved a touchdown, folks.
Well,
I don't know. Did he roll into the end zone with that recovery? They're going to say touchdown, Cardinals.
Well. Yeah, he did. I don't know if you can do it forward. I think you can only do it backwards. Can you?
I mean, it would have been a penalty. Yes, it would have, but it would have saved a touchdown had it been recovered outside of the end zone. I mean, the better idea would have been to kick it to the back of the end zone.
Yeah, that's exactly what the ref said. That
touchdown.
They declined it, but you're right, Aaron. You cannot kick it forward.
No,
not from the ground.
Well, essentially, it's a punt then, right?
Yeah.
If he's kicking it forward, it's essentially a live ball. Okay. And so it's a punt at that point. Even though it's on the ground, I've got to look that rule up there. But the smartest thing to do in retrospect, right? Everything in retrospect makes sense, is he should have kicked it out of the back of the end zone, given up the 2 points, and then kicked it away to the Cardinals. But just like that, 13-0.
And real quickly. And the kick is up.
14-0 is your score with 5:04 remaining in the first quarter. And
our service is unmatched. Our commitment to our team and our community, relentless. Our products are innovative and exciting. Fruya, we're what's next now.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Looks like it's almost capacity.
Okay, high again. This is going to go out of bounds this time. Got the north wind that came through this afternoon, Joe. Yeah. That's nice.
So he's kicking against the wind right now. So, yeah, he's kicking against the wind, and we got that northern wind coming in. See the flags right in front of us.
Yeah.
They're all blowing the northbound, but nevertheless, you got a little punt in there. You got a penalty. They're going to get the ball right about the 30-yard line, it looks like.
I think that may be the first north wind, right? The first time those flags have blown in that direction for us all season. Had coming from the east, a little nice, but this is a nice, not cold, by the way, but nice fresh wind.
Yeah.
I know we've got some people that have been watching this broadcast from Michigan and, from up north in the upper states of Wisconsin even. And so it's not that cold, y'all. We're not trying to say it is, but, hey, we got northern. We're happy. First down 10 for the Rivera Raiders now at the 35-yard line. Number 18 hands it off. Spin move there to the 26. That's Jesus Fernandez, who was at quarterback earlier. And he rolls down, maybe a first down for the Raiders.
That's going to be a good run. That's going to get, a good 11-yard gain for the Raiders there. That was an excellent run. And went right up the gut and got into the 11 yards on there. So good job on his part, and that gives it their first down and probably their first good play. So maybe they found something, or maybe they can stick to the run here, because they hadn't been doing much until this play. So let's see what happens.
Well, number 26, Jesus Fernandez, was in at quarterback. So I wonder if he's more of a wildcat guy, and he's just it tonight. Number 18 throws it, but that is going to be dropped, an incomplete pass. Good throw, by the way, delivered well. Just could not be held on to.
Oh, that was a good throw, Aaron. It was actually, right on, it hit him right in the chest, and I think it might have gotten a little too hard and popped right out of there, and was able to miss the pass. So they got a 2nd and 10 left with 4:21 left to play in the first quarter. I was about to say second. 14-0 Harlingen Cardinals against the Rivera Raiders. And we want to thank everybody here for joining us. We got some people in San Antonio.
Hey, there you go.
San Antonio.
Matthew Guerrero is number 18, by the way, handing out to Jesus Fernandez in the backfield. He'll lose a couple yards on that play. So they made the switch to 18, but 26 has stayed in the backfield as well.
Yeah, and Aaron, I think you said what you said earlier. He might be running some of the Wildcats and maybe have a little dual weapon in their sort. But right now he didn't go anywhere. Lost about 2 yards, and a good job of that defense right now, coming in, coming out. They're alternating players, getting some fresh legs in there, and trying to wear that offensive line down.
And then it's number 92 that comes on the field right now, Ramsey Memick. Kind of one of those unsung heroes for the Cardinal defense this year. We call his name often, but he kind of anchors the middle of that defensive line and does a great job. Look at him here on a twist now, trying to get to the quarterback. Going downfield, he's got a receiver. Good play there by the cornerback. Looking back for the football, incomplete pass.
Yeah, it was a good job, and looked a little bit overthrown. It was really great coverage by number 21 for the Harlingen Cardinals. That was Christopher Rodriguez for the Cardinals there with great coverage. It had to be perfect for him to, for any chance of him getting the ball.
Number 1, Alec Guzman was the intended receiver going. I like it. Take a shot downfield. Why not? What do you have to lose, right?
Well, yeah, and one of the things that we've seen, that might be one of the, if there is such a weak spot for Harlingen, it might be some of the secondary unit in there. But right there, that was great coverage.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Here at Bogus Stadium, the Battle of the Arroyo. Someone said that there was up to 28,000 hits on that video from last week, Joe.
Wow.
Over the course of the game, right? At one time, several thousand at a time, but over the course, 28,000 people. And that's just the type of draw that you're going to get for a game like that. Amazing, right? And the Cardinals really just put it on and just didn't look back. And Rivera does not want that to happen just yet. Down 14-0. Here's the punt. Good-looking punt, by the way.
Wow, that's a quick punt, too.
Yeah, Aiden Sandoval is going to get a chance on this one. He wanted a chance all last week to touch the football. He does this time, gets a few.
Yeah, that was number 2, Aiden Sandoval, tackled by number 32.
Okay.
For the Rivera Raiders there.
Ismael Garcia.
That's Ismael number 2. Good special teams for Ismael Garcia there. Because he had one-on-one against it. That's really tough to do in a one-on-one situation. To just tackle him, and he got a great job, grab his ankles, and was able to keep the gain for a minimal gain, actually. So good job there.
All right, 1st and 10 now. The Cardinals should not come out with anything much different than what they started with. They're going to come out with, of course, number 5, Randy Morales. Isaiah Bell in the backfield. Kian Torres now in the slot receiver position. He likes to motion across, but now they're using number 22, Justin Sosa, as well. There he goes, Kian Torres in the motion. He'll get it. Bell is the blocker this time. Kian Torres making a move to the outside. He's got 1 man, 2 beat. Makes a move back to the inside where there's help for the defender. And that is a big rip off there of a play for Kian Torres.
Yeah, it's a great run. I mean, he was running in motion, was able to get the ball. So he's already getting speed.
Yep.
And he's already pretty fast as it is. So he's getting speed. Makes it very difficult. I like that play on him for Kian Torres, because when he's running in motion like that, he's already getting speed and getting the handoff. And it turns out to be about a good 30, 35-yard run.
All right, Kian Torres getting a little bit more involved in the game plan early on in the game this week. We do know that is what he can do if he gets his hands on the football as well. Here we go, downfield Morales going for the dagger early, and it's picked off. What a beautiful pick on the defense by the defender, number 1. He takes it out of bounds, but that is Alec Guzman.
That was a great read by Alec Guzman, number 1. He was looking for number 1, Paul Price, as well, too, which was kind of wide open area, but it threw it a little short. And he went up and grabbed that ball. That was an exceptional interception there by Guzman.
Yes.
From the Rivera Raiders, that was an excellent. I mean, he just went up and he grabbed it on there. And as if he didn't touch that ball, that's a touchdown.
Yes.
That's a touchdown. So the first turnover the first turnover for the Cardinals, should I say, ended up turning the ball over on an interception here.
I mean, I like the play, right? It's kind of going for the jugular, if you will, early on in the game, trying to put this game away early. And Morales, we have seen him make some passes throughout this year, but he hasn't had to do it on a consistent basis. And he kind of went from cold turkey right there and just took a shot downfield, and we saw what happened. 1st and 10 now, and he's tackled in the backfield.
Yeah, it's going to be about another yard loss. That defense right now, that the front 4 of the Harlingen Cardinals is actually getting a really good push. And there's some linebackers that are coming in, and they're keeping the gaps in. And able to get that for about a 1 yard loss. And that's what Harlingen's been doing. Other than that 10, 11-yard gain that Rivera did earlier, I mean, it's pretty much shut down that running game. But Rivera looks like also, Aaron, it looks like that they're not getting away from it. So they're going to keep trying. They're going to keep trying that run, and they see if they can find a hole.
Okay, splitting outright. And I'll tell you what, Harlingen right now is just going pretty much man-to-man, okay, on Rivera, which means that they're playing for the run. Looking downfield, wants to pass. Up in the air, tip drill, incomplete pass.
Yeah, that was a tip drill. That also could have been caught by the receiver. He was looking around for the ball. But good job with the secondary for the Harlingen Cardinals. I couldn't see who that was, but that was a great play by the secondary for the Harlingen Cardinals. And Rivera, I like what they're doing. They're trying to keep it honest, trying to at least, try to go downfield, and try to get some yards down there, maybe open up the run with that pass. Because you've got to keep them honest. I always think you got to try to balance it out a little bit.
3rd down, send the man in motion now to the outside. Defense shifting over. But again, they're going man-to-man, maybe one safety up top. He wants the outside again. He's got a receiver. And that might have been offensive pass interference in my opinion, but they're going to say no, maybe uncatchable. I don't know.
Might have been, but I think you're right. I think, I totally agree. But that was a good arm throw.
It was a good throw. Very good throw.
Very good throw. He just a little overthrew it there. But I like that they're doing it. I like that they're trying to keep on that secondary. Maybe they saw something on film, but they're trying to strike deep, and I like the calls. I like the aggressive calls on that.
I'm just waiting for one of them to connect, and Rivera's going to get a big chunk, a little momentum boost there for a moment, and maybe they can get some points on the board. But either way, right now they're going for punt. They're going to bring the block up the middle. The pressure, I should say, Aiden Sandoval will not return this one. You should get the ball right around the 25-yard line.
I'll tell you what.
An A-rated Texas Education Agency District. A stands for Academic Excellence at Los Fresnos CISD, where pathways to secondary success are being built for students at the brand new Resaca Middle School campus. A stands for Academic Advancement at Los Fresnos High School, where the College Center provides a jump start on college and career readiness that includes advanced placement classes, dual enrollment options, CTE opportunities, and scholarship money. Los Fresnos CISD, an A-rated and 7-time post-secondary readiness distinction district.
When you really let it go that quickly.
Kudos to our kickers, man. A lot of times they make some critical plays that can make or break a game. Look at that tackle in the backfield, number 24 for Rivera. Good job getting his arms around Isaiah Bell. Do not have his number, but a good tackle either way.
That was a good job by number 24. It was not many people can do that and get him down for a loss or tackle him one-on-one, but number 24 for the Raiders did a heck of a job there, Aaron, and was able to get about a 43-yard loss.
Cardinals, last time they were in the same exact spot, if you remember, it took them a while to get going. It took them 1, 2, 3, and then finally Quintorez broke one, and then they were able to get downfield and score. So let's see if they're going to be kind of slow moving here again. Quintorez, here he is. We just talked about him, but good job on the pursuit by the defense, and they tackle him for no gain.
That was a no gain, and that was number 1 in there again for the Rivera Raiders in there. That's a no gain, and Harlingen doing that. Did have a lot of success with that screen. But Rivera's is spotting it out right now, and they're doing a really good job. The defense is actually playing. Might get their first 3 now, Aaron.
Okay, here we go. Hey, by the way, let me just go off. We got Daytona, Florida. We got Glencoe, Minnesota. All right, we got visiting in Austin. Got some in Hollister, California. Check that out. We got from all over the place, and it is not cold yet, by the way, in Daytona, Florida, in case you were wondering about that. Same temperature, probably. Same thing going on here. But, hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Real Sports Live. That's coming through those comments there, and it is always a joy to have friends tuning in from all over the place to watch their beloved teams. And whether you're for Rivera or Harlingen, we're glad that you're watching. Time out.
Time out here.
We've had 3 timeouts so far.
At Harlingen CISD, college, career, community ready is more than just a saying. We've created 12 academies to provide students with access to fields of study that best fit their interests and passions. Within the 12 academies, there are 42 certifications that will aid students in getting a head start on a career upon graduation. Become HCISD proud and enroll today.
We're the Pace Lady Vikings.
Well, for Rivera, by the way, you fans out there for the Raiders, a very respectable first quarter here, in my opinion. They've been playing tough, against these Cardinals offense. They've had a lot of penalties, but they didn't quit. Like, there's no quit in them. They're just pushing and fighting, and I like it. And this defense now is holding on this end of the field, and let's see if the Cardinals are able to come up with something here to take them past that 3rd down and 13. Isaiah Bell in the backfield. Morales, shotgun formation, does have 4 wide receivers, a passing set. But they do run out of this too, and also throw out of the backfield. Here he goes downfield. There's a little bubble screen, if you will, to Paul Price. Look at him. He gets past 1, but not too great tackling there on the edge there, and that'll be 4th down Cardinals.
Yeah, if he didn't step out of bounds or got pushed to the out of bounds mark, that could have been dangerous though. It was only able to get to the original line of scrimmage, so it's going to bring on a 4th and 10. But he was tiptoeing around that area, and he was trying to stay in bounds, and if he did, that was going to go down. Pretty far deep, though. But good job. I'm going to give a good job for the Rivera Raiders. The defense, they held in there, got a good 3 and out. That's a tough task to do against this Harlingen Cardinal offense.
We'll see number 10, the punter, Ray Castillo, come in for the first time in the game on the Cardinal side. 7 seconds remaining in the first quarter, so this should do it for the... Oh, that's a bad snap. Or again, muff the snap, and that's going to be Raider football inside the 20, and the Raiders have some life in them now.
Oh, yeah, and we talked about this, a momentum swing or whatever. Well, here's one. This is a momentum swing right now. The Raiders are going to get their best field position right now. They're going to get down to about the 15-yard line for the Harlingen, at the 16-yard line for the Harlingen Cardinals. So good job there on their special teams again.
Watching this replay here, and it was actually a pretty good snap. It's just the punter just fumbled the football there and kind of lost track. It looked like he was looking downfield to his target and totally took his eyes off the snap. So, hey, good thing for you at our Raiders. They get a shot here, 1st and 10. They're just down 2 scores, by the way. Keeper Fernandez left-hand side, but he is tackled in the backfield.
Yeah, he's tackled for about a 1-yard loss. The Harlingen defense is going to be very stingy right here in this situation. So Rivera's going to have to come up maybe with try to get a pass play or maybe a little play action or something to go, Aaron.
Take a ride or ride a wave, build a castle or visit a castle, morning stroll or nighttime roll. That's as hard as it gets at South Padre Island. Voted Texas Travel Awards Destination of the Year. Plan your escape at sopadre.com.
Couple more shout outs here. By the way, it's 55 degrees in Glencoe. All right, so heat wave. I like that. That's funny. I think we're still in the 70s here, by the way. All right.
Yeah.
That's cool though. Thanks for in Holland, Michigan as well. Shout out to you. Here we go. Carry by Fernandez. He gets maybe back to the original line of scrimmage, but no more.
Yeah, and it's kind of a it looked like a wildcat though, didn't it? He just kind of snapped it and just took it off. But maybe got no. He's going to still be about a 3rd and 11. But Rivera, right now, struggling to get to that running game going. They had one good run, and then after that, it's just been hitting brick wall. So hopefully they can come up with something. The offense can come up with maybe a trick player or something to, keep that defense a little honest there.
Well, I think they probably have a good kicker, by the way. So if anything, come back with 3 points. But I'm with you, Joe, too, right? I guess try to get some points on the board, Rivera. So they can, get themselves in better position to keep this a game moving forward. And who knows, anything can happen, right? You can come out undefeated and you're going to lay an egg, if you will, and kind of come out flat. It doesn't look like Harlingen is flat tonight, by the way. I'm not saying that, but a lot of football still needs to be played. But for now, a little move there back. Now I think not back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 4th down. So let's see if they're going to bring the field goal unit or if they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they got a good punter, so if they can, their kicker's, just as good as that punter. I'm pretty sure he can. And that's going to be the same, and I believe it's number 9.
So I can grab his name here.
Yeah, that was. What was it?
Do you remember?
I'm trying to think.
Roman Vera.
Roman Vera, but he is also the punter and also the kicker.
Yes, and so that they had it lined up at the 23-yard line at 10 for the end zone, so 33-yard field goal. And I think this is blocked. Is that blocked or is it just shanked? I could not tell.
It looked like it. It looked like it was shanked. I don't know if anybody touched it, though. But nevertheless, there's an opportunity for Rivera right there to get at least some points on the board. It's going to be hard to get that opportunity again because right now that defense is being pretty stingy there. So, anyway, with 10:28 left to play, and we've got a 14-0. Harlingen getting the ball back at about the 21-yard line. Let's see if the offense can get something going here after the last.
Watch that back there for a second and see what happened here. I'm going to get some eyes on it, but it just looked really weird. Kind of the way that it went off the foot.
Maybe it hit somebody.
Someone came in, and you'll have to watch that again. But I want to say someone came in, and maybe got a hand on it as soon as it was kicked. Here we go, Isaiah Bell trying to find some space. And look at him. He's breaking some tackles. Look at him. That's a high step right there around the edge out to the 39-yard line. That's going to be a late hit.
Yeah, it's going to give him another 15 yards. I don't think that was intentional. I think what happened was he just had the momentum swing, and he swung him around, but unfortunately it was out of bounds. And to protect the students, they're going to be calling that every time here.
Of course. He was holding on for dear life. That's a lot of momentum, a lot of physics behind Isaiah Bell on that one. And I think you're right. I don't think that was intentional. He just held on for the ride and didn't realize that the sideline was there and went down.
No, because it didn't look like it was like aggressive. He just I think he just lost where he was at. He literally lost it at. So
the ones that upset me are the ones where you see it's a blatant hit, right? Like launching oneself into the player once they go out of bounds. Sometimes when it starts in bounds and it's kind of like a wraparound throw and then it goes out of bounds. Those are iffy ones to call, but you're right. I think the big picture is you want to call it early so that you don't run into it further down the line.
Yeah, absolutely. The players, the protection of the players is number one priority out there.
Watch here on your screen. Keep an eye on this. Paul Price is down here, and they kind of stack at the top. Also, they're stacking 2 receivers, and a lot of times they like to run little screens out of this. But every once in a while they'll break it downfield.
That looked like there was a little miscommunication or a little overthrown because Kean Torres was coming in on the inside slant, and it looked like he was throwing the ball out.
Right.
So somebody was expected to go in and out, and nevertheless, it's going to bring a 2nd and 10. But I bring up that point because sometimes you accidentally throw it, and that can be an easy pick.
Yes.
Easy pick on that one.
Especially if there's a defender sitting in a little zone pocket, right? And they're just waiting for something to happen here. Look at this pressure from 42 on the outside. He will get home, and that is a quarterback sack. I'll get you a name here.
That was a good job by number 42 for the Red Raiders there. He just didn't give up, Aaron, and that's a fast Morales coming around the right side, though.
No name for 42, by the way.
Sorry about that, but
yeah,
you know,
I apologize.
If you know who he is, let us know. If anybody from Brownsville, number 42 for the Raiders. But he didn't give up. That was he's the right end, the right defensive end, and again, Aaron, giving the Cardinals a long third down.
Rivera defense is digging deep and finding something that's working here. Here in the second quarter, 9:32 remaining, 14-0. Missed field goal by Rivera, if you remember that. Also would have been 14-3. Downfield, there's Paul Price on the edge, catches it, makes a move, another one down to the 30. Good catch by Paul Price. He was had that open for a touchdown. Remember, that was intercepted. This time he gets one downfield.
Yeah, this time he gets it downfield, and that's the thing about the Harlingen Cardinals. You don't want to be in a 3rd and 13, but they have those weapons to go. Up tempo, here we go.
He wants him again. He on the slant, deep slant into the end zone, just overthrows him. Good coverage, by the way, but he was open. He was there. They just overthrew him just a tip.
Yeah, and it was just a little overthrown, and maybe the north wind carried the ball.
I agree.
Bit.
You're right.
Yeah, because
you're right.
He's throwing with the wind in that one there.
Joe, we didn't think about it earlier, but on that interception, he threw against the wind. Remember when Paul Price was open deep on that back layer? The ball never got there because, it's a pretty stiff wind out of the north tonight, folks.
Yeah, the flags are moving.
So these quarterbacks, and guess what? Rivera's missed, long downfield throwing with the wind at their back.
Yes.
So these quarterbacks have got to make those adjustments, because the wind is ripping pretty good through here tonight. And it feels great, by the way. We'll take it.
Yeah, but yeah, Aaron, I'm looking at the flags, and I'm in the flags up in front of us on the Rivera side over there. And they're blowing pretty hard. I mean, they're staying. They're not moving. They're moving very consistently. So, I think that's what happened here. And I think you're absolutely right. You made a good point. Throwing against the wind, that maybe caused the interception. Great analogy there, because I wasn't thinking about that.
Well, just in case you're wondering, it is going about 25, 26 mile per hour gusts. Okay, so it's not a breeze. It's got a good wind tonight. Oh, little hand to the face there by Paul Price. Look at him. Does not want to be denied down to the 6-yard line or so.
Paul Price did not want to get denied on that one, and really good stiff arm on his part, getting down to about the 6-yard line. We're seeing a lot different here. We're seeing a little bit more pass here. Maybe they're trying to open up the run, maybe or just maybe they're working these passes, getting ready for playoffs, opening up the playbook a little bit. Nonetheless, though, the Rivera defense is got to try to make a stop, try to get it down to 3 points.
They have not made it easy, though, for the Cardinals offense. And I love that about Rivera. They're making the Cardinals earn every point right now, except for that second touchdown, by the way. That was a punt out of the end zone. All right, here we go. Kian Torres, stiff arm. Good job tackling in the backfield, and they're going to get him for a loss.
Yeah, they're going to get him for a couple of years. I mean, and this is what you were saying earlier, and I totally agree with this. Most defense, when you're down and you're already down there, they just, I'm not saying they give up, but Rivera's defense, they're still playing hard, and they're still running it. I mean, they just had a 2 or 3 yard loss right now. So hats off to the defense for not giving up.
All right, Cardinal offense now trying to find a rhythm. 2nd down and goal, marked around the 9-yard line or so. Paul Price coming to life a little bit here in the middle of the second quarter. Kian Torres there in the slot, handoff Bell, up the middle, drops his shoulder pad level down to the 4.
Down to the 4, gotten a good run right up the middle. Put his head down and able to get a lot of those yards that he's getting on his power. Those are leg runs that I always like to call it. Those are the legs that are getting those 3-4 yards, because the front interior line of the Red Raiders have actually been playing very well. So so those runs are earned, because he's really working, like you said earlier. They're making him work.
All right, Isaiah Bell in the backfield. I kind of lose Morales sometimes, right? When he gets under center, you kind of lose, because the center plays a little bit further up than the rest of the line. Isaiah Bell makes the move outside. Touchdown, Cardinals.
I honestly, before you said anything, I was saying, look, they're going to run a wild.
Yes, I didn't see Morales there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So good job by Isaiah Bell. Good handoff by Randy Morales there. But, yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like, you're going to have Bell running a wildcat. But, it's because Randy, if you're watching it at home, Randy Morales, the quarterback for the Harlingen Cardinals, literally gets very, very low.
Yes.
I mean, he's squatting down, and it's really difficult to see that, to see him.
And if you're a linebacker, by the way, you may look and say, "Oh, we got Wildcat, right?" And you don't account for him. That's going to be missed, by the way.
Well, that was low.
He shanked that one.
De Texas A&M Kingsville. Somos una familia. Nosotros nos apoyamos. Trabajamos juntos. Crecemos juntos. Triunfamos juntos. Nos inspiramos los unos a los otros. para convertirnos en las grandes mentes del futuro. Estamos aquí para asegurarnos que tú triunfes. Aplica hoy para empezar. Es tu momento.
The Rio Grande Valley Birding Festival will be held at the Harlingen Convention Center November 9th and the 13th. Registration open for over 100 field trips, seminars, and special events. Entry into the trade shows, birds of prey flight shows, and children's nature nuke are free. Come join us. Visit rgbvf.org for more information.
We're the Mission Lady Eagles, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Yeah!
Out and enjoying it. It's a band and cheerleaders and dance and musicians and audiovisual and you name it. There's so many students and parents and teachers that make this happen, right? And it's just cool, especially in our town here and smaller towns across the nation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Friday Night Lights, something special about it. Touchback.
Yeah, this is with these small towns, and this is all across the nation. A lot of these rural, smaller towns, under 70, 80,000 population. Right. It's all about football for most of these people. And this is. I mean, look at the crowd that we got here, and I mean, it looks like almost like it was last week here when we had the Battle of the Royal. I mean, Harlingen crowd really comes in and supports their Harlingen Cardinals, man. You got to give them a shout out for that, though. The fans are always behind them.
Here you go, Rivera now going to try to make something happen. 7:08 remaining, 20-0. The missed extra point by the Cardinals, and a handoff run up the middle, pushing the pile, doing a good job. They'll gain 3 yards.
Yeah, it's a good job on that one. I mean, you gain 3 yards because they've been getting I believe that's a second or maybe third play that's a run that's actually been for a positive. So they've got to find that little nick. They got to find that little crack on the defensive Harlingen where they can run and maybe not get a lot of yards, but if you can get 3 or 4, I mean, you do that 3 times, and like you said before, that's a first down.
Simple math, right?
Yeah, simple math.
Get 4 yards 3 times, 12 yards equals first down. How about that? 2nd down and 7 coming up for the Raiders. Linebackers shifting to blitz. Good run up the middle. There you go. Another 4-yard chunk, Joe, and now you got 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, what they got to do, maybe the offensive coordinator who's on top is seeing the play and they go, hey, we've got to run through this side, and this is where we can gain 3 or 4 yards. This is where we can expose them for 3 or 4 yards. It's going to be hard to run a big, long, a big play against Harlingen's defense, but if you can get those small plays in, and those are the ones that actually wear you down as well, that run and the 3 to 4 yarders, they do that.
All right, 3rd down and 2 coming up for the Raiders. They would really want to convert this one. Pressure from the outside. Goes to number 9. He goes backwards first, and then he's hit in the backfield by 1 and 2 Cardinals. They'll lose about 4 yards on the play, and the Red Raiders 4th down coming up.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that play would have worked here. What happened there was that he swung his momentum backwards, and when he swung the momentum backwards, we got a player down. One of the Red Raiders there.
Hija, tomorrow is your quinceañera. I need you to call your padrinos and tell them thank you for the salon, the tamales, the dress, el DJ.
Ay, Ama, you call them. I didn't even want a quinceañera in the first place. I would have preferred to have gone to Paris instead.
I will, fine. I'm gonna give you your surprise gift early.
Huh?
Guess what? You're going to Paris.
How?
Well, I've been saving mucho dinero all year in insurance thanks to Pronto Insurance.
Let's just get the quinceañera and go straight to Paris.
Call your padrinos right now.
Okay.
Ask your agent how you can start saving with Pronto. Best price in town.
We're the Mission Best Lady Patriots, and you're watching.
So here we go again. They're in 4th down. Going to have to punt the ball. And this time now he's going to punt against the wind, though. So let's see what happens here.
And wisdom will tell you want to kick it a little bit lower, but then you have those guys coming with their hands raised trying to block it. So it's hard to get a good punt into the teeth of wind, but he's going to try to do it here. He's a good one, by the way. He can, if anybody can. And look at that. See, now the wind's going to hold it up and just drop it down around the 45-yard line or so. It almost hit just a wall, Joe, right? And it stopped progressing forward and then just dropped out of the sky.
Graduation time. Time to make some decisions. What's next? Can I afford to continue my education? What are my options? At Brownsville ISD Career and Technical Education, you can graduate from high school with a certificate and/or license ready to go to work, debt-free. We have a wide range of programs for every student, ranging from audiovisual, law enforcement, STEM robotics, electrical, welding, pharmacy, patient care tech, and many more to choose from. That's why Brownsville ISD is the best choice.
Trying to pull students out of the hallways. I need you. You need numbers, right, to support, if you will, the 22 that are going to be playing most of the time. But then you still need a 22 to 30 that you can rotate and keep fresh. And
right.
that hurts football teams, especially if you're a 6A team. Okay, you got to have those numbers.
You got to have numbers.
Rivero's got probably about 10 players maybe that are ready and accessible, and that's tough to do. So hey, hats off to them too. Paul Price, because these are the ones that committed to it, by the way. Looking at making a move, first down for the Cardinals.
And we didn't see what happened, Aaron, but there had to be a personal foul or something, because the Harlingen went out from the 45, got the ball at the 30. I didn't see any referees. I didn't see a flag down, but something must have happened, because they went from 45 down. So they got a 15-yard penalty or something here. And that's that anyway, with Harlingen Cardinals with a nice first down with Paul Price there.
Isaiah Bell, he is not Wildcat. Morales is in under the center. You see what I'm talking about now? What Joe and I were talking about earlier. Handoff Bell, right-hand side. He's got one man to beat to the edge, the 5. Can he make the pylon? He ducks in. No, they're going to say he's out around the 2-yard line.
Yeah, he's going to be out about the 2-yard line. The referees were right there. They saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. A good job by Bell running around the right-hand side. Good job on the offense. But, Rivera, too, using their speed to get to him, because Bell is fast. I thought he was going to go in.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be for an easy touchdown there, but Rivera's defense still playing tough and being tired, and getting doing a good job there so far.
Bell in the backfield now, and they're going to give it to the look at this number 77 in with a touchdown. 77, Roy Reina.
Roy Reina with the number. Wow, that was a great. Everybody was eyeing on Bell.
Wow.
Everybody was eyeing on Bell, and boy, they just. Woo. Wow. You'd love to see the lineman get. Look at him. Look, he's coming in. He's like, he already wants the ball. He's like, hey, can I keep this ball? It's like a game ball.
He didn't give it back to the official.
He didn't give it back to the official. He's like, I want this ball.
It's my football.
It's my football.
Look at that.
Try taking that away from my hands.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. I wouldn't either. He's a big guy there, but that was fun. That was fun to watch. Offensive lineman score a touchdown. Absolutely a great play, because everybody was keen on number 9, Isaiah Bell.
Well, I thought it was an offensive line pulling across to make a block,
yeah.
and I saw Morales, fake the give to Bell. Oh no. Okay, so they're gonna take that off the board. Is that right?
Oh.
Okay.
I didn't hear what happened, though. I couldn't hear him.
Illegal forward progress of the football, and you can check my words and definition on that. But I think what they're going to say is that maybe he wasn't in the right position to be able to catch to be able to run the football.
Well, he wasn't he wasn't at the very end, though. That's for sure. Maybe that's what the penalty was, like lining up as a tight end.
Right.
They did call him eligible, but I think what happened was he wasn't at the very end, and that's probably where the penalty came. I'm not sure, but that's the only thing I can think of on that one.
Yeah, I want to go back and see if I can figure out where he's lined up, right? So, I mean, the NFL's done this a couple times. You're able to put linemen in. They can go out for a pass, things like that, but you have to declare them eligible to the official before you get set up. And then if they are out there, then you have to make sure they're either, I think it's uncovered, meaning that you can't have somebody to the outside that's up on the line of scrimmage too. Anyways, there's a way to do it, and what the officials are saying is that the Cardinals didn't, and the Cardinals obviously are arguing that point, but probably not going to win that.
No, man, it's very hard,
especially with that instant replay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You normally never win those calls.
No.
So this time he's lined up on the opposite side.
All right, here we go. Handoff Bell. Traditional way here. Touchdown, Cardinals. And look who's on a big block, number 77, pancaking in the end zone.
Well, they went right behind him, though.
Yeah, he got some retribution for that. How about that?
You just don't want to take I wouldn't have taken the big guy's touchdown away. But no, nevertheless, though, I mean, it wasn't the right play or whatever. But he did. He made it meaningful on that one.
Yeah. So watching the replay here, I'm went back here on the video, and you can see he's lined up in that H back position right here, right? And so they thought he was, eligible to touch the football, and they'll go back and review that, I'm sure. But either way, it's good. 27-0 is your score. I will say.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Rest or whatever. A lot of 3-and-out plays, and giving them the ball. They got the ball here at the 30-yard line and the Rivera 30, and that's, I don't care how good the defense is. It's very difficult to stop a team like that. So they're playing hard, and I see them running up and down, but eventually, they've been out in the field quite a bit.
Yep.
Quite a bit. And Rivera's offense has got to try to help them out. Try to run the clock and maybe, whether the score or not, but try to run the 4:08 left to play in the second quarter to keep these guys off the field for a while.
All right, just right about 4 minutes or so left here in the first half. 27-0 is your score. And, I just feel like it's kind of the first half is kind of gone. It goes and stops, goes and stops, goes and stops, goes and stops. And it's been kind of a broken, time slot, if you will. But here we are, about an hour into the game. And we're heading towards halftime here, but Rivera's got a chance here to get something on the board. Should they be able to make it happen? Here we go, returned around the 10-yard line. Here come the Cardinal special teams, and they put them down. Ball's on the ground, though. They're going to say that's fumble, I think. Yep, Cardinal football.
Cardinal football at the 12-yard line, Aaron, and here we go again. And that's going to bring out the Rivera defense again. And that was number 34, who I think that came in. Number 34 for the Harlingen Cardinals. If I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna call out his name. That was Peyton Stewart, number 34, who came in and put that last hit. And I think that's what caused the fumble on that. So good job by Peyton there.
All right, so Cardinals getting another one. Really we talk about that punt from the end zone. Remember that the Cardinals were able to jump on, get a touchdown. Then you have this play right here. The Cardinals offense, they've had to earn a couple, like I talked about, but they've also been gifted a couple. Yeah. And, if they punch this one in pretty quickly, you can name this as yet another gift. Kian Torres in the backfield now. And remember, he's kind of the outside runner. But look at this keeper. Morales rolls out to his left, got a receiver in the end zone, and he drops it incomplete.
Oh, no. That was Aiden Salvador, if I'm not mistaken, number 2.
Waiting for him to turn around. We'll get that number there. Yep, it sure was.
Well, he doesn't usually drop that.
No.
It's just one of those things that happen. But I like the play. It was kind of a little bootleg, faking the key to the inside, and he was open. But it happens sometimes. So good job. I promise you, may not happen again, though. I think he's going to want that ball back.
I'm just kind of curious if they actually ran a lot of passing plays during the week in preparation for this game. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But, if I had to guess, they probably didn't. So they're going to be a little off on timing. Kian Torres now, right-hand side, gets a few before he's down. Third down coming up for the Cardinals.
Yeah, he's going to get about 5-6 yards at the most here, but good job. Running around that right side, able to get 5 yards. And hopefully maybe he could try to punch one in. As Bell's gotten about 2 or 3 touchdowns already, right? Other than the defense scoring one as well.
How many did he have last week? Was it 4 or 5, something like that?
Yeah.
Like almost 300 yards rushing. It was a monster game for Isaiah Bell. Senior year, Battle of Arroyo, senior year, homecoming, but I think they're giving a little break here. And Kian Torres, by the way, we've said this multiple times on the broadcast, Joe. I'll say it again. Kian Torres could be a starter. And
Our service is unmatched. Our commitment to our team and our community, relentless. Our products are innovative and exciting. Fruya, we're what's next now.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Good time.
We're having a really good time.
So I was checking the weather because I was like, well, do I need to take a sweater tonight? Whatever. It should drop into the low 67 by the time we get out of here tonight, FYI. Kean Torres, he bounces into his quarterback, but still able to get outside and make something happen back to the line of scrimmage, but that could have been a big loss there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. One went one way, but they ended up bumping heads. But you see the speed on there. You actually gained a yard on that play, though. Was able to gain a yard because that could have been a disastrous play. That could have been a loss of 4 or 5. So it looks like they're going to bring the kicking unit there. And I think they really wanted him to score on that one, or at least to get the first down. But something happened. Morales and Torres were not on the same page on that one.
Have you seen those, like where you put those big inflatable things on you and you just run and bump into each other? That's exactly what that looked like. He just bumped into his quarterback. And like I said, miraculously he was able to get a yard out of it. That's just his speed, by the way, he gets outside. But, fake field goal. And it is snuffed out and tackled in the backfield, number 2 on the tackle. Good job there, Rivera.
That was a great play. Look, great job in the special teams not giving up there. And Harlingen coming out with a little trickery and did not work on that one. Rivera was able to stop that, getting them, got a little momentum going here. Maybe they can put something together. Maybe take a shot downfield or something. Get that, try to spread that off defense a little bit.
Well, they gave Harlingen the ball, right? And then on the fumble, on the kickoff, and then now they get it back here on a fake field goal attempt, failed, and it was kind of right back to where they were just about a few minutes ago. So they'll take it.
They'll take it.
It's not a loss for sure.
Only a minute down, though.
They have lost time. Yeah, well, then not too much, right?
Not too much, yeah.
And the Raiders, so the Cardinals have been calling all these timeouts, by the way. They have no more. Raiders have 2. Gain of 2, by the way.
Gain of 2 yards. We're able to get right down the middle. Getting some positive yards, though. That's a good thing. Get that positive yards. Trying again, like we were talking about, trying to find that little that gap that you could squeeze through and get 2 or 3 or 4 yards. And just work it downfield and try to wear down Harlingen's defense. And maybe as you keep doing that, maybe take a strike downfield. Maybe we see the quarterback. He's got an arm. He does. He can throw. And maybe they're going to, maybe not want him to throw so much here with, he is going against the wind, though.
But he's been overthrowing, probably because he's going with the wind.
Yeah.
So maybe it's like, all right, you're a little strong arm tonight. Let's throw you into the wind. That way it takes a little bit off. We'll see. Take a shot. Why not? 2:21 remaining. And that is kind of a mess up in the backfield there, not knowing the assignment, if you will, and that's a loss. Back to the original line of scrimmage, go the Raiders.
That almost looked what happened with Harlingen a little while ago. Just the running back and the receiver were not on the same page. So that's going to take them, and that's going to be a long third down. And Rivera's going to have to take they're going to have to take a shot downfield and try to get something going because they got some receivers that can catch the ball, and they definitely have a quarterback that can throw it. So,
yes.
You got to take some shots. Eventually, you're going to have to take some shots being down 27-0 with 1:40 left to play in the half.
Third down for the Raiders. 3 in the backfield, by the way. 3 running backs, that is. Max protection because here comes Ramsey Memick, and he sacks the quarterback in the backfield.
Yeah, there you go. They were looking to pass, but he kind of stopped. He kind of stuttered there, and maybe he didn't like the look yet. But nevertheless, it's going to bring back the Harlingen Cardinals are going to get pretty decent field position, I think, right now with the punt. They got Sandoval out there and number 8 also. Both Aiden Sandoval and Aiden Cavazos, number 8 for the Harlingen Cardinals. And they're lining up already at about the 38-yard line, but they know that wind is coming. And they're trying to take, Harlingen right now with no timeouts is the time is kind of going down here, but see what happens.
Yeah, they play this right. They can actually make an over-the-shoulder catch. The ball goes behind them, and the wind pushes it back in front of them. Some of y'all may understand that's kind of weird enough, but in the bread basket, over the shoulder because the wind pushes it back over you. That'd be pretty cool.
Josh Moody and Coach Ronald Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
For quality care, contact Mesquite Home Health and Attendant Services today. In Brownsville at 594 Jose Marti Boulevard, call today 956-361-5558.
We here at Mesquite want to wish all local athletes good luck in today's game.
Hi. Seconds off the clock to not give Harlingen that much. And these are timeouts, I always say. This is where timeouts, you try to save them as much as you can, but Harlingen's with 0 timeouts.
All right. Punt team, max protect punt on this one. They don't have any gunners on the side, but here it comes. Oh, what a great job by the punter. I mean, he just tucks that one. He did the best he could. He gets to the 26, but so much better than a safety again.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that was a heck of a job on his part. That was a heck of a. I mean, he faked him out. I thought he was just going to. Instead of taking a hit, though, he made a little move and able to kick the ball out. So smart play with 41.4 seconds left to play at halftime. Harlingen offense is getting ready to come out right now. You see Isaiah Bell coming out. Torres coming out. Price. All those. Harlingen's not going to. They're going to want to strike.
Yeah, and one of the things about Cardinals, even if you get into the second half and they do start to grow a lead, they usually don't take out too many of their defenders, by the way. Gomez loves to just keep the pressure on. He wants a shutout every game if possible. So that's something to watch as well. Rolling to his right, Paul Price gets hit, but is able to hold on to that one. That should be a first down, Cardinals.
That should be a first down, and also they were able to tackle him out of bounds. So that's going to stop the clock with 34 seconds. That's one thing that the defensive cornerback's got to do is try to tackle him inbound. Kind of threw him out there and gave the Cardinals an extra time out there, All
right, Morales now in the shotgun formation, rolls to his left. He's got Sandoval, but goes to the second layer and just overthrows. I think that's going to be Kean Torres deep in the back of the end zone, but just overthrown football.
Yeah, I think that wind is starting to play a little factor, Aaron, that you talked about earlier. But he was open. He was open on that one. He just let that wind, or maybe he just overthrew it. But either way, the wind did push it probably a little bit and was able to come back with nothing. But still, 28 seconds left. It's only second down, so let's see what the Cardinals can come up. And they want to score again.
Isaiah Bell in the backfield now. They're going to bring all the receivers pretty much in tight. Aiden Sandoval is the only one on the top of your screen. Little spread out. Running slants across, but then they shoot Bell out the opposite way. Great play design, but good defense there by number 8. I don't know if even Bell caught it. He may have been tackled right away, but I like that play design on the offensive side, by the way.
I do too. I mean, you get one-on-one with Bell. Chances are good that he's going to make that positive, turn it into a positive or even a touchdown because he's, he can break a tackle. It's not that hard for him to do.
The design was bring everybody tight, slant everybody to the right, and then let Bell out of the backfield and go left, right? And so like you said, it creates that one-on-one opportunity outside, and you may take Bell every time. Paul Price, jump ball, and incomplete.
That's going to bring up a fourth down with 17 seconds, and I think Harlingen, they're going to send their kicking unit in here.
Good defense there, by the way. That was clean and doing a good job of not giving Price a spot to get to. And, Morales, we've seen him throw the ball, but I would not consider him a throwing quarterback, Joe. Would you? I don't know. He can, but that's not his strength. We haven't seen that this season.
No, and we're not saying he can't throw. No. We're just saying that we haven't seen it much,
Right.
And we're already in week 8, week 9, should I say. And we, as we called them here, we have not seen as many throws here because the running game's been working great.
And of course, the pushback will be because he hasn't had to, and I agree with you. And he hasn't had to.
Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
You could already meet a San Antonio school sometimes.
That's right.
You know, so
especially the way it's aligned now. Yeah,
so it's aligned a little differently.
Mhm.
Well, usually in the past you wouldn't meet them until about the third. So,
and keep in mind, some of our Valley teams are going to play first round. They're going to play Corpus Christi, Cal Allen. They're going to play Flower Mound, if you will. And of course, those are smaller districts, the 5As, the 4As. But more than likely, Harlan's going to go see Laredo pretty soon, and or Eagle Pass Del Rio. Right, that's going to be kind of the first, maybe even second round. Then after that, like you said, you start climbing into those San Antonio teams, and Laredo. You see Laredo in first or second round. Laredo's going to throw the ball on you, right? And then you're going to have to throw the ball if you get in a position where you got to put some points on the board. So, all that to say, of course, these are all what ifs, if you will. But Harlingen is pretty much in the driver's seat for the district, pending this game tonight and the next week against Los Fresnos.
yeah, and I don't know, maybe somebody can give us a shout out and see what the score is, and maybe the San Benito and Los Fresnos game that'll. Give us a little better understanding of what's going on, because Harlingen's going to play Los Fresnos next week in Los Fresnos, and they wouldn't want to play a spoiler, especially if they beat San Benito. They got one loss. If they can beat Harlingen, then all of a sudden you got a three-way thing going on here.
Not only that, but it's tough to play in Los Fresnos. By the way,
it is.
If you've never been to a game in Los Fresnos, it's an intimidating environment, for any visiting team, and so you got to give a little nod, if you will. Not you're predicting them to win, but a little strength, tab there for Los Fresnos playing at home.
Absolutely, yeah. And I've been there. It's been a while since I've been there. But when, I've been following the Cardinals for a long time. But since I come up to the broadcast booth, of course, we watch all the home games now.
Yes, exactly.
But before that, I used to, follow the Cardinals pretty much everywhere. And Los Fresnos is a tough environment, though.
I still remember watching them battle against Cal Allen, many years ago. There in Los Fresnos, and it's just an exciting place to play some football. Second down. Oh, the ball's still loose. I can't hear any whistle, but they're saying it's still live, and the Cardinals have the ball and back down around the 5-yard line or so.
Well, that's going to do it for halftime, though.
Yep.
I think that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to get in. That was a turnover, but the ref let it go. So obviously, Aaron,
fumble.
It was a fumble, and they're talking about it right now. But either way, the clock is going out.
All right, more than likely it's going to stand here. They're going to call false start, decline, halftime now. 28 minutes on your alarm clock or your stopwatch on your phone, whatever. Put it there. We will be back for second half live coverage here.
We'll see you back soon.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
And it went like...
Our service is unmatched. Our commitment to our team and our community, relentless. Our products are innovative and exciting. Fruya, we're what's next now.
Ibanez Tortilleria, serving up freshly made in-house corn and flour tortillas since 1994. Try our delicious menudo, tasty barbacoa, fresh tamales, tacos, pareadas with juicy grilled chicken, and tender fajitas. On Mondays, buy one barbacoa taco and get one free if you mention that you're a Bloodhound fan. Located at 4726 Paredes Line Road, Brownsville, Texas. Open every day at 6:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. To order, contact 956-541-9594.
Sunny days or starry nights. Lay back or splash down. Brunch, lunch, or late night munch. That's as hard as it gets at South Padre Island. Voted Texas Travel Awards Destination of the Year. Plan your escape at sopadre.com.
Here at Texas A&M University, Kingsville, we are a family. We support each other through thick and thin. We work together, grow together, excel together. We inspire each other to become the great minds of the future. We are here to ensure you succeed. Apply today to get started. This is your time.
Sunny days or starry nights. Lay back or splash down. Brunch, lunch, or late night munch. That's as hard as it gets at South Padre Island. Voted Texas Travel Awards Destination of the Year. Plan your escape at sopadre.com.
So he can run and or go out in the flat for pass. Here we go. Under center Morales now. He does have Bell in the backfield. Bell will get it. Power back up the middle. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And that was all power right down the middle. And so it's a good 15 yards difference here.
All right, here we go. I'm going to get you a name and number here. Oh, man, he is hit in the backfield. Is that number 55, Joe? And he is just run over by Jacob Ortiz, and that's a quarterback sack.
About the goal line, but the referee says otherwise, and you got to go with the high snap.
High
There
snap.
we go.
That's going to be.
That's what he kicked it.
He kicked it out of the end zone. Penalty, but he just saved a touchdown, folks.
Well,
I don't know. Did he roll into the end zone with that recovery? They're going to say touchdown, Cardinals. We got Northern. We're happy. First down 10 for the Rivera Raiders now at the 35-yard line. Number 18 hands it off. Spin move there to the 26. That's Jesus Fernandez, who was at quarterback earlier. And he rolls down, maybe a first down for the Raiders.
That's going to be a good run. That's going to get,
There he goes, Kian Torres in the motion. He'll get it. Bell is the blocker this time. Kian Torres making a move to the outside. He's got one man to beat. Makes a move back to the inside where there's help for the defender. And that is a big rip off there of a play for Kian Torres. His hands on the football as well. Here we go, downfield Morales going for the dagger early, and it's picked off. What a beautiful pick on the defense by the defender, number 1. He takes it out of bounds, but that is Alec Guzman in the game on the Cardinal side. 7 seconds remaining in the first quarter, so this should do it for the... Oh, that's a bad snap, or again, muff the snap, and that's going to be Raider football inside the 20, and the Raiders have some life in them now.
Oh, yeah, and we talked about trying to think.
Roman Vera,
but he is also the punter and also the kicker.
Yes, and so that they had it lined up at the 23-yard line at 10 for the end zone, so 33-yard field goal, and I think this is blocked. Is that blocked or is it just shanked? I could not tell.
It looked like it looked like it was shanked. I don't know if anybody this because sometimes you accidentally throw it, and that can be an easy pick.
Yes,
easy pick on that one.
Especially if there's a defender sitting in a little zone pocket, right? And they're just waiting for something to happen here. Look at this pressure from 42 on the outside. He will get home, and that is a quarterback sack. I'll get you a name here.
That was a good.
Well, just in case you're wondering, it is going about 25, 26 mile per hour gusts. Okay, so it's not a breeze. It's got a good wind tonight. Oh, little hand to the face there by Paul Price. Look at him. Does not want to be denied down to the 6-yard line or so.
Paul making him work.
All right, Isaiah Bell in the backfield. I kind of lose Morales sometimes, right? When he gets under center, you kind of like lose because the center plays a little bit further up than the rest of the line. Isaiah Bell makes the move outside. Touchdown, Cardinals.
I honestly, before you said anything, I was saying, look, they're going to run a wild.
Yes.
Getting doing a good job there so far.
Bell in the backfield now. And they're going to give it to the up. Look at this number 77 in with a touchdown. 77, Roy Reina.
Roy Reina with the number. Wow, that was a great. Everybody was eyeing on Bell. You normally never win those calls.
No.
So this time he's lined up on the opposite side.
All right, here we go. Handoff Bell. Traditional way here. Touchdown, Cardinals. And look who's on a big block, number 77, pancaking in the end zone.
Well, they went right behind him, though.
Yeah, something on the board. Should they be able to make it happen? Here we go, returned around the 10-yard line. Here come the Cardinal special teams, and they put them down. Ball's on the ground, though. They're going to say that's fumble, I think. Yep, Cardinal football.
Cardinal football at the 12-yard line, Aaron, and here we go again.
You put those big inflatable things on you, and you just run and bump into each other. That's exactly what that looked like. He just bumped into his quarterback. And like I said, miraculously he was able to get a yard out of it. That's just his speed, by the way, he gets outside. But, Oh, fake field goal. And it is snuffed out and tackled in the backfield, number 2. Third down for the Raiders. 3 in the backfield, by the way. 3 running backs, that is. Max protection, because here comes Ramsey Memick, and he sacks the quarterback in the backfield.
Yeah, there you go.
Quarterback, Joe. Would you? I don't know. He can, but that's not his strength. We haven't seen that this season.
No, and we're not saying he can't. No. We're just saying that we haven't seen it much,
Right.
And we're already in week 8, week 9, should I say. And we, as we called them here, we have not seen as many.
I still remember watching them battle against Cal Allen, many years ago there in Los Fresnos, and it's just an exciting place to play some football. Second down. Oh, the ball's still loose. I can't hear any whistle, but they're saying it's still live, and the Cardinals have the ball and back down, around the 5-yard line or so?
Well, that's going to do it for halftime, though.
Yep.
Sunny days or starry nights. Lay back or splash down. Brunch, lunch, or late night munch. That's as hard as it gets at South Padre Island. Voted Texas Travel Awards Destination of the Year. Plan your escape at sopadre.com.
listen to me.
Escucha.
Do everything with speed.
Prontísimo.
Auto, home, business, or
Flexible.
insurance for all your
Barato.
needs. You say you just got a new boat. Come on by and we'll give you a free quote.
Prontísimo.
Okay, who's singing? Muriel. Hello.
Accesible.
Pregúntale a tu agente cómo ahorrar con Pronto, porque más barato, nadie.
Our service is unmatched. Our commitment to our team and our community, relentless. Our products are innovative and exciting. Fruya, we're what's next now.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Hello from Los Fresnos CISD, an A-rated Texas Education Agency district. A stands for Academic Excellence at Los Fresnos CISD, where pathways to secondary success are being built for students at the brand new Resaca Middle School campus. A stands for Academic Advancement at Los Fresnos High School, where the College Center provides a jump start on college and career readiness that includes advanced placement classes, dual enrollment options, CTE opportunities, and scholarship money. Los Fresnos CISD, an A-rated and 7-time post-secondary readiness distinction district.
At Harlingen CISD, college, career, community ready is more than just a saying. We've created 12 academies to provide students with access to fields of study that best fit their interests and passions. Within the 12 academies, there are 42 certifications that will aid students in getting a head start on a career upon graduation. Become HCISD proud and enroll today.
We're the Pace Lady Vikings, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Take a ride or ride a wave, build a castle or visit a castle, morning stroll or nighttime roll. That's as hard as it gets at South Padre Island. Voted Texas Travel Awards Destination of the Year. Plan your escape at sopadre.com.
Aquí, en la Universidad de Texas A&M Kingsville, somos una familia. Nosotros nos apoyamos. Trabajamos juntos. Crecemos juntos. Triunfamos juntos. Nos inspiramos los unos a los otros para convertirnos en las grandes mentes del futuro. Estamos aquí para asegurarnos que tú triunfes. Aplica hoy para empezar. Es tu momento.
All right, and welcome back to the second half live audio and video coverage here at Bogus Stadium. I was talking to somebody recently, Joe, and I said, you know, back when we started this several years ago, it was audio only. Just the past couple of years that we've been able to show this video too. And so, you know, for those of y'all watching in, you know, deep appreciation for the ability to be able to watch what you're listening to, right? And so it's been pretty cool to be able to do that and do that again here tonight.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, you know. And I remember sometimes as in my younger years when I used to watch, hear the Cardinals when they go up in the playoffs. And you're right, it was just like listening to the radio. You just kind of imagine what was going on, but never actually got to see it. So that was this is a good experience, and I'm glad the UIL has allowed that to happen. Getting to watch audio and video, like you said.
All right, here we go. Second half live coverage. We're down there at halftime. It feels really nice outside. Got a stiff breeze. We're talking about in the first half, like that strong breeze thrown into it, thrown with it, and it actually is pretty strong, but it feels good. It's nice, like air conditioning outside. And here we go into the second half. Brownsville Rivera down 30-0. Joe, I mean, is there anything that they can do here in this drive that maybe gets them some points on the board?
I do think so. I think they can, their running game really hasn't gone through, so I'd really kind of just go away from that for a bit and maybe just take some strikes downfield, maybe try to open up that defense a little bit and see if the running game can come back after that. They've had a little minimal success on it a few times, a few plays. We've seen a couple of good runs, but other than that, it's been all Harlingen's defense.
All right, here we go. Kickoff time. Nice move there by number 1. Gets to the outside. He's got 1 man to beat, 2 men to beat now. And he will be tackled. But great gain there for Rivera to get started on that idea.
Well, exactly, Aaron. They're going to get started at the 42, 43-yard line. But they got to capitalize on that because we've seen them start at the 35. And we had personal foul penalties. A couple of false start. Next thing you know, they're at the 4 or 5-yard line. So they got to capitalize. I think right now is where you want to make a strike with a just a streak or a slant route. And see if you can connect. You never know. Safety,
sure.
All it takes is some guy just to, shoot, and there we go.
Miss an assignment, and then you go.
Yeah.
First and 10, speaking of, the Cardinal defense still in full force, and it's going to be a bad snap, muff snap, if you will. Either way, it's going to be a big-time loss of about 10 yards or so for Rivera. Not looking good, not starting off the right way.
No, and that's exactly what I just said a little while ago. You get good field position and then either have a penalty or a bad snap like that, and that's going to put you down second and 21 yards to go. That's going to be really difficult to overcome against this defense. And so they've got to maybe right now, I think you can take a strike down field, Aaron.
Okay, let's see what happens here. Second down and 20. Curious to see at any point here in the second half, we will go running clock. Blitz showing on the outside. Here it comes. Picked up well, though. But the inside pressure is going to be too much for Rivera and sacked by number 44, along with somebody else, by the way.
Number 70.
Shea Garza.
Yeah, they got extremely pressure. That was Adrian Aguirre, number 70, also getting there with 44. He had no chance, Aaron. As soon as he took off, he was trying to look deep maybe. But as soon as he took his 2 steps, he already had some extreme pressure coming at him. So good job by the Harlingen defense to get to him. And Aaron, we talked about it right here. They started out at the 44-yard line. Now they got the ball at the 24-yard line. So they've got a long ways to go. They got about 31 yards to go.
You had here in the second half, down 30 points, trying to make something happen. Here you go, screen set up, but there's fumble on the play. Ball's loose, but picked up by Rivera, but he'll lose yet another chunk of 10 yards or so, and we're going to have about a 4th and 40 coming up for the Raiders.
Absolutely, Aaron, and this is what the offense have just we talked about getting a great run back, and the special teams have been playing really well. The defense of the Rivera Raiders have been playing very well, but the offense cannot get something going, and this is one of the largest 4th downs I've seen probably since I've been broadcasting here, and I don't think I've ever seen a 4th and 40.
Yeah, I agree with you. 4th and 40, you would remember that, and for sure this is going to be a difficult mountain to overcome. Remember, punting into the wind again, and so you have the returners for Harlingen High just not that far away from the line of scrimmage. Good looking punt, by the way. That's about as best you can do it into the wind. This will be picked up out to the 35. And here we go, trying to get that corner. I think that's Aiden Cavazos. Look at him go, and he's pulled face mask and still gets more yardage down to the 15-yard line. Look at him go, Aiden Cavazos.
Hey, I'm going to tell you something, Aaron. If it wasn't for that face mask, that's a touchdown.
Gone.
Because that literally slowed him down enough for him to turn around and turn back and able somebody to catch him. But yes, I thought he was gone, and then you got that face mask. That's going to add at least maybe half the distance to the goal on that because he got such a good run back. It's going to give Harlingen the ball somewhere about the 6 or 7 yard line, if I'm not mistaken here, if my math is correct.
Aiden Cavazos, a speedster for sure for the Cardinals. Doesn't get a lot on the field on the offensive side of the ball, plays a lot more special teams, but he is electric if he can get the football in his hands. And, of course, they also have Aiden Sandoval, number 2. They also have, on the outside, they have Kian Torres and they have Paul Price. And they've got the weapons, Joe. We talked about that. I do believe that if they needed to or if they game plan to throw the ball,
absolutely,
that they've got the weapons to do it. They've got speed on the outside. They just haven't had to really go to them this far, this far in the season.
Yeah, and here we go. And, and you're putting the defense right now in such a bad situation by giving the ball at about the 6-yard line.
Isaiah Bell in the backfield showing pressure up the middle. And he will follow his tackle to the outside. Jumps over one, doesn't make it, though, just short of the touchdown.
Yeah, he's going to be about a half a yard shy on that one. But, Aaron, you said it. He was literally following his blocks. That's what a good running back does sometimes. That's just, instead of anticipating something to happen, just follow the big guys. Follow the big guys down, and look, it got him down to about the half-yard line.
Number 77 had that touchdown call back earlier in the game, Roy Reina, and he was there. And look at him in that same up back. He's going to try again. I think he dropped the football. Did he? Is that a touchdown, Cardinals? They're going to say he's down at the half-yard line. He wanted that one.
They wanted to.
Oh, touchdown on this side, though. The line judge.
Well, that's going to be interesting. I guess we're going to, if you're watching at home here, let's see what happens. They're discussing it. I mean, you could drop the ball and pick it up. He dropped the ball and picked it up.
It looked like that's what happened, right?
He did drop the ball. Yeah, you're absolutely right on that. And he picked it up, so.
But that, again, was 70. I was just talking about him. Had one to call back, and he's in that. I'm like, he's in the same position, that little H-back, if you will, and run the same play. And that time, it looked like he got the handoff, but dropped it and bounced back up into him, maybe?
I think that's what happened. Well, you know what? If they don't give it to him, just put him, line him up like they used to do with the fridge back at the Bears.
Put him in the backfield.
Just put him in the backfield, let him wind in, and I'm guarantee you there's nobody's going to get in his way. I wouldn't.
Well, they're going to have a discussion. The officials taking their time on this one. Remember, there's not like they can go to the sideline and look into a screen and run a replay. So
I think they're going to give it to him.
Decline. Touchdown. Wow. He gets his touchdown, folks, number 77. And whatever they did the first time, they didn't do the second time, and they got him the touchdown.
Oh, yeah, you like to see that. He ended up dropping the ball, bouncing, like you said.
I think so.
Back up.
Yeah.
No, it did. It bounced back up.
Okay.
And he was able to score, but there was a lot of discussion there. So there was an offsides, this, and that, and he got a touchdown. That's all we can say.
That's it.
He got a touchdown. Good job. Oh, my gosh. That was Roy Reina, the offensive tackle, I believe, and getting his first touchdown, I think, of the season, Aaron.
7 R right there.
Yeah.
First touchdown, maybe a career, by the way. I don't know. Maybe you got that in Pee Wee football, but hey, good job there. I like that they went back to it again. I like in the same type of situation. They gave another chance at it. And it's just.
The Rio Grande Valley Birding Festival will be held at the Harlingen Convention Center November 9th and the 13th. Registration open for over 100 field trips, seminars, and special events. Entry into the trade shows, birds of prey, flight shows, and children's nature nuke are free. Come join us. Visit rgbvf.org for more information.
We're the Mission Lady Eagles, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Yeah!
Hija, tomorrow's your quinceañera. I need you to call your padrinos and tell them thank you for the salon, the tamales, the dress, el DJ.
Ay, Ama, you called them. I didn't even want a quinceañera in the first place. I would have preferred to have gone to Paris instead.
I will, fine. I'm gonna give you your surprise gift early.
Huh?
Guess what? You're going to Paris.
How?
Well, I've been saving mucho dinero all year in insurance thanks to Pronto Insurance.
Let's just get the quinceañera and go straight to Paris.
Call your padrinos right now.
Okay.
Ask your agent how you can start saving with Pronto. Best price in town.
We're the Mission Best Lady Patriots, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Woo!
Yeah, number 60 kind of anchors him there. He's a center, I believe, Christian Gonzalez, and he's kind of the smaller of them all. But a lot of times the center, they're the ones picking up the blitz packages. They're the ones calling out shifts on the line, things like that. And so, everybody kind of looks at the running back and says, "Wow, 300-yard gain and 5 touchdowns." But if it wasn't for those offensive linemen, right, handling their blocks, handling their business, that doesn't happen. And so I'd like to give them shout-outs when we can. And, hey, they get some love there with that touchdown tonight, too. And the whole offensive line celebrates that, by the way. Like one of us got a touchdown.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like all of us got a touchdown. And we got a penalty flag on here.
Did see some other guys warming up. i.e. number 4, Drew Cornegie for the Cardinals. Passing quarterback. You know, Drew can throw the ball, so interesting to see if they're going to go to that next time around. But first, Cardinal defense, Rivera offense up.
And they've also used him in the wing back, the slot area. We saw that last week, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, he's trying to. Are they going to get a personal foul? It looks like it's going to be a 15-yarder, and Rivera's had some good field position, but somehow going backwards here. They're going to get the ball at the 40-yard line, but let's see if they can start going a little positive here, trying to get some positive yards, because that last possession they lost 30 yards. Just some bad play calling there.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, they've gone backwards more than they've gone forwards tonight on offense, and so they're going to try to reverse that here. But first up, back to the line of scrimmage, pushes the pile for 3.
Yeah, see, that's what this is exactly what they were doing earlier, doing it once or twice, but not able to get it the third or fourth time because of bad snaps or penalties or something like that. But nevertheless, he's got a 2nd and 7.
By the way, I heard that San Benito was up.
I heard 21-7.
Yep. Yep.
That was a while back. Yeah.
That's in interdistrict news there, so you may be interested for those of y'all listening in right now. That was a halftime report for us, so I'm not sure if that's changed, by the way. So I'm thinking if San Benito wins, even if Harlingen loses next week, they still get the tiebreaker against San Benito. Is that right?
I would think so.
So, I mean, does Harlingen have the ability to clinch the district title tonight is my question. We may find out at the end of the game, by the way. Stick with us.
Yeah, that's actually we got a player down.
It's not good for the Raiders.
Time to make some decisions. What's next? Can I afford to continue my education? What are my options? At Brownsville ISD Career and Technical Education, you can graduate from high school with a certificate and/or license ready to go to work, debt-free. We have a wide range of programs for every student, ranging from audiovisual, law enforcement, STEM robotics, electrical, welding, pharmacy, patient care tech, and many more to choose from. That's why Brownsville ISD is the best choice.
But it looks like he's okay. That's number 72 for the Raiders.
237 North Sam Houston.
Love there. Joe Gonzalez, number 72.
Third down and 2 is the call for the Raiders now. Official blows a whistle. Clock moves now. 7:50 remaining in the third quarter. 37-0. Question always, in games like this is at what point, right, do you go ahead and just run that clock and both coaches are in agreement with the official, then that happens. Has not happened just yet. Here we go, creeping on the outside as that blitz comes in, and there's a lot of pressure to get rid of it. And is it intercepted? Almost. But that's number 4 on the quarterback, and that's a new number, a new name there for you.
And there we go. We got a 4th down. I'd just go for it right here. I think you would just, try to go for it. But, yeah, number 4. But what I'm saying here in this situation, you only got 4 yards to go. You've given Harlingen the ball in a lot worse situation than this. So you've got to try to get some momentum going, try to strike downfield, in my opinion. But they're going to punt. Or maybe we'll kind of see some trickery.
Number 8 looks like he's got punting to use this Humberto Ramos. And this time you have one lone returner, Aiden Cavazos. He's going to keep this. You talk about that fake. Here it is. First down, Raiders, and more of it stands. And that's the first down for the Raiders all night. They're going to go back.
It's
been a while.
It's been a while. Gets the defense a little bit more rested. Gets them, a little winded. I had to, I suspected they had to do something. I mean, you're down 36-0. You kind of just want to do something a little differently. You want to, maybe think you're going to punt, but that's a good call. I'm glad that they did that. And maybe now they take a couple of strikes downfield and see if they can catch Harlingen off guard.
1st and 10, Raiders. That's nice to say that. Got 4 wide receivers wide and handoff up the middle. New numbers in the backfield, 4 and 34. Look at him run first down again. The Raiders pull off 2 in a row.
2 first downs in a row, getting involved in Cardinal territory. They've got a ball. Aaron, right now, I think the first goal number 2 is just kick that goose egg out, try to put some points on the board, get the kids a little bit more motivated. But that would be the first thing you have to do as a coach is, if you're going to put 3, you can put 3, but you don't want to go get shut down today.
And that was number 34, Humberto Vega on the run. We also have number 4. I do not have a name for the new quarterback. And looking at the Cardinal defense side of the ball, there are some new names and numbers on the field as well. Here we go, first down. Humberto running, number 4. Incomplete pass. Lots of pressure, though.
Yeah, lots of pressure. And that was a little short, but I think the referee's going to just let that one go. I think it hit him. He was looking exactly where it hit him. But they're having a little bit of issues right now. Not a little bit. They've actually had this issue since the first quarter, but they've had some high snaps, some over snaps. It's gone to his right hand and enabled him to disrupt himself from setting down and maybe going downfield. But there's got to be a little bit better communication between him and the center because there's been a lot of high or low, and that's caused some big losses.
All right, 2nd down 10. New quarterback, new running back. Humberto up the middle this time. He gains 2 on the carry. And Raiders, kind of have some new players in there. So do the Cardinals, but kind of moving the ball a little bit here. They're a little up-tempo, if you will, and I like that for the Raiders, trying something different.
Absolutely. Try to get something going. You're starting to see a lot of I think most of the defense, at least 6 or 7 players are, getting some subs in. I would say some of them are some of the backups in there, so they want to get some playing time at least before you get into the playoffs.
3rd down and 9, 6:28 remaining in the third quarter. Here we go, downfield, launches one to the corner of the end zone, goes up, 50-50 ball. He was there, could have made a play on it, tried to.
That was number 9, and that was number 3 defending for the Harlingen Cardinals. That was Ulises Garcia. But yeah, Aaron, and I like the play, though, because it was a 50-50 chance. It was, there was somebody who was going to try to come down with it. They both had equal right to it. So good play. Now it's going to bring up a 4th down, 4th and 9. And I don't see Rivera getting their punting unit in, so I think they're going to go for it here again.
Wow, another penalty against the Raiders, and that just really hurts. Especially when you see just a glimmer of hope to try to get some points on the board, and then you got to march it back again. So,
I think they might decline. I heard decline. I think they're going to try to go for it on 4th down. They haven't been able to get so much success on this defense. So, good call on the Cardinals. I think they declined it because I don't see anybody moving. And here we go.
Items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Our service is unmatched. Our commitment to our team and our community, relentless. Our products are innovative and exciting. Fruya, we're what's next now.
Sherryland ISD.
They say that they pull the camera out, but great, camera operating, switching up here. We have some amazing students, by the way, here at KHGN that just operating camera, switchboard up here in the booth on the field, and just do an amazing job. And so, hats off to them. And they're learning, throughout this experience and getting better every single week. So, pretty cool. So, it's a good partnership here. Real Sports Live, obviously, HCSD and KHGN. It's a great partnership that we enjoy. Here we go on to the sideline. Yeah, that's a nice. Number 9, he's a receiver. He's got height advantage, by the way, Joe. So when he goes to those 50-50 balls, he's like 70-30. You got to give him the ball, let him go up and try to get that.
Hey, you know what? And that's a 4th down, and it moves the chains for the Brownsville Rivera Raiders, and that's going to bring a 1st down and 6:02 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Rivera marching down inside the red zone, Aaron. Let's see if they can put some points on the board and, at least come out of here with some points.
And target number 9, down here on the edge, he's going to be out here one-on-one with number 3, Ulises Garza. And, I'm just saying throw him up, jump ball, but they're going to go up the middle this time. They're not listening to me. That's all right. They shouldn't, because if they get 9 yards, don't listen to me, all right? So 2nd down and 1 coming up.
They're running, though.
I like that.
That's another great run by number 34 for the Raiders. Mixing it up a little bit, getting a little bit of pass going, getting some run attack on there. It's going to be about 2nd and 2. But they're knocking on the door, Aaron. Literally knocking on the door.
Trying to give some love to Roman Vera here on the outside, number 9. And again, he's got like a 70-30 ball if he goes up and gets it. But this time, quarterback keeper, left-hand side, number 4. And I think he's got another Raider 1st down.
Yeah, he's going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards. That's going to be a 1st and goal right around the 8-yard line. That's going to be the furthest down that Rivera has been in this game. So good job, Aaron. And now right here, they've just got to do some smart plays. Don't get any penalties, some bad snaps, and, get out of field goal range or not even get close to getting a touchdown. So they got a good chance here because they're actually moving the ball here on this unit.
All right, here we go, number 4. Wish I had his name, folks. He does have number 34 in the backfield as well. Hard count, trying to get the defense to jump off sides. And it's a fumble on the play, and it may be Cardinal football, and I think it is.
And exactly, there was a miscommunication on there.
Wow.
That really, that was a great drive by Rivera and ended up with a fumble. And that's going to hurt them a little bit. They really, you really want them to carry some momentum up to the last game of the season. Try to put some positive things on the, on the board. Get a touchdown. But that was a good drive on that one.
And you want to see that, as a football fan, as a fan of kids, right? And just, these young.
Focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Offensive line of getting in there, and it looks like Harlingen's offensive line, Aaron, has substituted, and that might have been a little different there. But if when you go out there, you've got to continue the same work ethic, and hopefully get a good push on there.
2nd down, about 14 or so for the Cardinals. Cornegie is a quarterback, and he'll throw that. Oh, a slant coming in, and I think that was Aiden Cavazos. Yeah, and he just got hung up there. Looked like an offensive lineman that was blocking way out there, Joe.
Yeah, actually, no, that was, well, we don't have a name. Number 6. It looks like a number 6.
Who's that?
No, that's number 8.
It's Aiden Cavazos.
That was Aiden Cavazos, yeah. Yeah, 6 is empty.
But I saw number 68, the right guard, I think, tackle, was way out here on the outside, which could be an eligible man downfield, by the way. And it was weird, running a slant into your own offensive lineman. All right, here we go. It's a little screen set up. Big hit there by the running back, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he got back to the original line of scrimmage. I mean, you're right, Aaron. That was a big hit. I couldn't
by
see
the running back.
But yeah. Oh, God. It looked like there was just two forces colliding there.
I think that was Samuel Montejano, by the way, 37. Yep. Got some new names getting called tonight.
Yeah, there's some new names. Looks like Harlingen's gone ahead and put the majority of their second unit on there. Get some of these guys a chance to play here at homecoming. Some of the seniors, and you want that experience on there just in case in the playoffs somebody,
That's right.
And there's a punt. And that's a
good one. Oh, look at that. That's a pretty punt. And just skies that one, but it just rode the wind beautifully. Number 10.
It definitely rolled.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
For quality care, contact Mesquite Home Health and Attendant Services today. In Brownsville at 594 Jose Marti Boulevard. Call today, 956-361-5558.
We here at Mesquite want to wish all local athletes good luck in today's game.
Showing some pressure on top of the screen here. The hold off, though, and gets outside. Good job stretching the play to the sideline and gets a quarterback for a loss.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be about a second. That's going to be about a 2 or 3 yard loss. It's going to be Bryant second and 13. That was number 32 for the Harlingen Cardinals, Casey Aleman. Another names that we don't call much out here. I think we're starting to see a lot of the second unit seniors get a chance to play here and close out this game.
And J.C. Aleman did a great job on that play because he was actually called up on a blitz, right? And then he gets to the line of scrimmage and just stops. And the quarterback happened to roll his way, and he just went to the sideline, did a great job of containing. And that's a very aware play for a player to be able to look and have that vision. Looking downfield, there he is, connects. That's his big wide receiver, and he gets a good chunk back towards that first down mark.
Yeah, he's going to get a lot of it back. It's going to bring about a 3rd and 4. Going to get it in Harlingen's side of the Harlingen's side of the field, and I don't see them right here, Aaron. I really do think. We got another hurt player here, but I don't see them, punting the ball from here on out, and especially in this side. I think we're just going to let them. They're going to run 2 plays and try to get that first down.
And that's the same player down from earlier who got up and walked off in his own power, and he's down again. Looks like he will get up. Maybe I don't like to even guess what it is, but either way, he's up, and that's good.
Yeah. And that's number 72. Yeah, that's the same. Yeah, you're right, Aaron. He's been down twice, so hopefully everything's okay.
The Rivera Raiders, they've kind of had a pro. I've, had the opportunity to call them for a while, and they have really good years when they're at the top of the district, and then the next year, it's like almost one year to the next, they kind of just struggle, and kind of seen them on that up and down, curve yearly just about, and this is just kind of one of those years where they're struggling, to get some wins together, but knowing Rivera, it very well could be the next year it's an up year, and so. You just kind of, hope that they put that program together so they can string together a few competitive years. Nice looking throw, just well contended on the outside.
Well contended, and also I think it got kind of caught up on that wind there.
Yeah.
That northern wind, we were out here when the band was playing, it was blowing pretty hard, so I could understand on a punt or pass or anything like that. If it's on your back, you can overthrow. If it's, you're going against it, you may underthrow on there. So nevertheless, it's going to bring a 4th down at the 45-yard line, and it looks like Rivera. Well, you never know because they got number 9 there, or is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he punts and he kicks, and now they're going to go for it because they're going to send him out to on the wide side there.
Okay, here we go. He's 1-on-1 on the outside. They're going to bring the safety over just a little bit to help. They're going to back him off now. Looking to the right, wants to pass, but way over. He thought his 6'4" receiver was on the right side when he was on the left side, and he threw that one for a 6'4" receiver, and just a little too high. Got to get on.
Hi, I'm Rolly Rodriguez, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
They were going to run their homecoming festivities, if you will. Did they do a pregame? I don't think so.
No.
So maybe they'll do it after the game, I'm guessing. But lots of mums in the house today, and I think these mums keep getting wider every single year. Anyways, that's a fumble in the play, but it looks like Cardinals are going to retain that.
Yeah. But that's going to bring about a 4-yard loss. And right now, they're, a lot of, these guys haven't played a lot, so there's a lot of miscommunication, some mistakes going on there. So they've got to get it going, though, because you never know when your number gets called there. And we all know that, so Harlington's got to get something going here.
All right, 2nd down and 14. And I was kind of hoping to see a little bit. I know it's the scores is run up and not run up. Run up sounds bad, but it's it's a large gap. But I did want to see Cornegie sling the ball a little bit. Not sure if he will, but 2nd down 14. Blitz coming, free play essentially. He gets to take a shot downfield. Does have Aiden Cavazos, and the ball was there. It was close.
I thought he had that one. Yeah, I don't know if Aiden maybe got it lost in the lights or something, because
I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, but if you look at it looked like he was right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that should have been caught. And a good job by Cornegie, knowing it's a free play and trying to get downfield and trying to score a touchdown on that. So, good job on that one.
Yeah, it was a good-looking pass. Kind of it was inside of the defender a little bit, so maybe that's why Aiden just lost track of it. But here they are on the outside again. They run that stacked receiver. They like to run little screens out of this, and one turns into a blocker, but we also see them run some slants too. He rolls to his right. He's got one receiver. He's got Cavazos on a slant open downfield, but he doesn't see him as it's crossed his body, and Raiders are going to force him to the ground. 4th down.
4th down. But, that was a good slinging, though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be a 3rd down.
I thought why did I think 4th?
I did, too. So, I think...
I wasn't alone in being wrong.
Yeah. There he goes.
Because I've been wrong plenty of times before, folks, in case you didn't know.
Yeah. We both have, so
3rd down now.
And I think the clock's going to run out, and we're going to bring in the 4th quarter.
New store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at 1st and Jackson in Harlingen.
And it went like...
Our service is unmatched. Our commitment to our team and our community, relentless. Our products are innovative and exciting. Fruya, we're what's next now.
Fourth quarter. It's 36-0, Joe, but we called again. It was what, 71 something.
74.
Just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Remember that? I mean, that was some kind of game there. And just kind of touchdown. So this game hasn't been that, right? But it has been well in hand of the Cardinals for quite a while. Cornegie slips it out to his running back, and he's not going to get that. Number 20 on that, Forrest Hargrove. Turnover on downs. I'm sorry. Now we're going 4th down. See, I got slipped up.
They're switching it kind of quick, though.
Yeah.
And so when after the play's done, you're looking at it. I got you.
That was my mess up. My brain was still stuck that it should have been 4th, and it was 3rd, and now it's 4th. So here we go. 4th down, and number 10, Ray Castillo. He is that's one of the prettiest punts we've seen all season. Let's see if he's going to get one. Let's see what it looks like into the wind now. Here's the true test for a punter. Let's see if he can get one off here. A little bit of snow. Yeah, that's a difficulty there, and it will be fielded, but it's muffed, so that's a fumble essentially. But Rivera keeps it.
Yeah, and they're going to get the ball at about the 30-yard line. Actually, some good field position for them. Hopefully, they can try to get something going there. And like you said, for the kids, try to put some points on the board. Try getting something going here. And some of the fans that are rushing to get out a little early here. We got some of them still sticking around there.
It's still early enough we can get home and make some abuelitas hot chocolate.
I think that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Or they go to a relative's house for caldo.
You got to celebrate caldo under 70 degrees. You got to celebrate with some caldo or some abuelitas, okay?
Yeah, here in the valley. If you guys don't know, for the ones that are watching us from other parts of the country, If it goes under 70 here, it's either caldo time or hot chocolate.
Yeah.
You know.
You gotta do it. And colcha. It's a blanket.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
I love it. I love our people. I love the Valley. I love high school football here in Friday Night Lights in South Texas. And for those of y'all who have moved away or called away on work or whatever the case may be, hopefully we brought you a little bit of a taste from home tonight as you've been watching and hanging out with us. So I hope that caldo and hot chocolate, abuelitas, and colcha triggers some happy thoughts for you. All right.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Second down coming up for the Raiders.
I'm thinking of hot chocolate now, man. Nah, I'm serious.
That's awesome.
Abuelita chocolate. There you go. All righty. We got 10 minutes and 45 seconds left. Let's see if Rivera, the Raiders, can put something here. They got the winds in their back, Aaron. So I'd like to maybe take a deep strike downfield and let somebody just go and just say, hey, man, just run a streak and let's do it.
All right, here we go downfield. Number 4 is going to let this one fly. Good catch on the outside. Looking to make a spin move down to the 40. Here he goes, folks. This could be points for the Raiders. And, so close.
Oh, no.
Doesn't make it in.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man, what a catch and run, though.
Who was that?
That's number 9.
But the string tackle, was it number 3? I think that was number. I want to make sure it is. But
someone saved a touchdown.
That was Ulises Garza. I think they literally what you call the closest you can come to a shoestring tackle. Wow, I thought he was gone, Aaron.
Yeah, metal. It was almost there.
And with the way Harlingen's defense is playing, you don't want to.
All right, here we go. They're going to get a shot here at the end zone. 10 minutes remaining in the football game. They're out 36-0. Handoff. Oh, and they're tackled for a loss. They go backwards a couple.
Yeah, they're going to go backwards. They're going to go about 3 yards. I don't know if they put some of the I think Harlingen might have substituted some of the big guys up front.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah.
I see a couple there, and there's we're going to go goal line defense. All right. What does that mean? You got to weigh a certain amount to get down the goal line. That's why I always got called in, okay? These guys are way more athletic, though, than I was.
Because you see out there, and you see Kalen Kirkland, number 61.
Yep.
Boy, he just looks like he's towering over everybody
He looks like he belongs there all game, though, by the way. Kalen Kirkland, and he moves.
Ibanez Tortilleria, serving up freshly made in-house corn and flour tortillas since 1994. Try delicious menudo, tasty barbacoa, fresh tamales, tacos, variadas with juicy grilled chicken, and tender fajitas. On Mondays, buy 1 barbacoa taco and get 1 free if you mention that you're a Bloodhound fan. Located at 4726 Paredes Line Road, Brownsville, Texas. Open every day at 6:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. To order, contact 956-541-9594.
And so if you say you face a team that has the same type of strength in running game as the Cardinals do against this Cardinals defense, can they hold, right? And so I think those are all question marks, and really, quite frankly, they haven't been challenged yet this season. So that's playoff talk now, right?
And that's what you will in the playoffs. Harlingen is one of the top schools here in the Rio Grande Valley. Has gone in 4 deep before. So
yes,
but that is a good question, Aaron. And when they get ready for those teams, they've got to start making adjustments, start working a little harder, and get that defense going.
All right, 2nd down and 4, goal on the 4-yard line, I should say. Rivera wants a touchdown. Here's a little flea flicker, if you will. Oh, he catches this tip touchdown. Raiders on the trick play, and they get it.
They needed a trick player. They needed something to go on, and at least they're going to come back. They got some score. They got at least a score. Get those kids a little fired up. Hey, man, we scored 6-7 points against Harlingen. They're going to tell them, hey, how did it go on Monday? Hey, we scored.
Yes.
We scored.
That's it. We got one. We didn't get blanked.
Yeah.
We didn't get skunked.
This is against Harlingen, so that's right. That's something to be proud of.
Yeah, I like that. I like that attitude. I like that never quit, right? Kick us up. It should be good. Yeah. But I like that. I like that fire from the Raiders. They just haven't given up. And really, if you look at the score, okay, 36-7, but it's not 74-7, right?
No.
And so, you got to give a lot of credit to the Raiders. I've just enjoyed watching their grit, their determination, their fight tonight, and yeah, kudos to them, the coaching staff. You know, it's hard. It's hard to play a tough team when you've had a struggling season, Joe. And they came out here. They didn't lay down for anybody, and I like it. They got a touchdown on the board. I can tell you, Coach Gomez is not happy right now.
No. No, he's not. He likes that goose egg.
Sure.
You know, what defensive-minded coach does it, though?
That's right.
You know? So, yeah.
But I like the fight. I like the.
And that play was, you know, when they ran that trigger, it was. I really didn't think he was going to scoop it because I thought it was going to hit the ground.
Right.
It really went low on that one. He really kind of threw it low, but he had a little bit of pressure coming in. He threw it a little low, but good job on the receiver to get that and to punch it in for the 6 points. And you know, now they've got some points on the board, maybe a little momentum going. Let's see if they can get something happen. Maybe the defense can get a little fired up because defense has been playing well all game. And now they're going against really Harlingen's second unit, so maybe they could, you know, cause a turnover, do something. Maybe put some more points on the board. Make it a little bit more competitive.
How about that play caller right on that offensive side of the ball? That trick play, saved it just for the right time, and I like it. And I like the aggression. I like the risk that was taken. And I got him some points on the board. So every once in a while, you know, that offensive coordinator's got to be able to play around a little bit and have some fun, and they did, and it worked out for them. Here we go. We got a kickoff time. Aiden Cavazos, the lone man back there, but that sails out of the end zone with that wind behind him.
Oh, yeah, he's got that leg, you know, with that wind behind you. That ball went all the way to the track field.
It's in the visitor locker room, I think.
Yeah, he really got it. He really got into that one. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. 9:08 left to play in the fourth quarter, 36-7. The Harlingen Cardinals over the Brownsville Rivera Raiders.
You know, a little known fact here, because you don't really see it on camera, but the visitor locker room is actually at the old middle school, right, Joe? And so you got to walk like half a mile from the locker room to the field. You really do. It's set up that way on purpose, right? And the home locker room is literally at the other end of the end zone. So that's a little mental game there, you know, that you play against the opponents. I mean, maybe it's not a half a mile, but it's a quarter of a mile walk, honestly. So you do that 4 times. Guess what? You got a mile, all right? Math. Look at this, Drew Kornegay now. Look at him now. He's not giving up. Fight, talk about 15-yard pickup for the quarterback.
Yeah, and you know, we saw some of the runs last week on there. He can run the ball very well, get it down, got a first down, try to move those chains. But Aaron, one of the things that it's a great point that you just made me think of something. When I was in school, when I was here in 9th, 10th grade or whatever on there, the visiting team was under the stadium.
Right, yeah.
It was under the stadium.
Yes.
I remember that because, the student section was way out there on the other side.
Okay.
On the on the northwest side on the stadium south. So I say the south side. Yeah. There we go.
A nice pickup there. Go ahead, Joe.
No, nice pickup. So, yeah, what I wanted to say is that I remember because when we were there on the opposite side, the student section was in the opposite field, ladies and gentlemen, on the south end.
Got it.
And when I was in school, and I'm a little older than Aaron here.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit, maybe about 6 months. But anyway, and I remember that they would just go right behind. There was a locker room and everything right back there when the stadium wasn't, when they had the metal, you know.
Right.
But Harlingen always came out of there.
Okay. Good known fact right there. Now got a beautiful new locker room that is attached to the aquatic center here, and so that's been built out. But again, the visitors, they got to walk a long way from that old middle school. Here we go. Handoff here, 27 on the carry. I believe that is Nathan Gonzalez.
Yeah, that is Nathan Gonzalez.
Oh, 37. I'm sorry, 37. Samuel
37?
Montejano.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 27 is here on the sideline.
Yeah, there you go. You're absolutely right on that one. Yeah, Samuel Montejano. They're able to get actually about maybe a yard loss on that one. But yeah, it's they got their unit in there. They got some of the seniors, ladies and gentlemen, trying to get some of the guys in some action. So if you see a pass, it's just, they want to get some of the seniors to touch the ball. Or it's not that they're trying to do anything. It's just, seniors,
This is what it could be. Look at this Montejano on the outside. Good run here. This could be their last home game, barring. I mean, they may have a home playoff game, by the way. It's a good chance. I would say high probability. However,
but it could
might.
happen. Yeah.
It could be neutral field, right? That could happen too. So, this might be the seniors' last opportunity to get a home game here at Bogus Stadium.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And I hope we don't. I hope we get to call at least, the South Hawks and maybe the Harlingen Cardinals.
We might get 2 here at Bogus this year.
We might get 2. We did it last year here on a Friday night and a Saturday afternoon.
All right, first down, man in motion here. 6:25 remaining in the game, 36-7. Score doesn't actually seem that bad, Joe, really. We've seen bigger margins here. Montejano, backfield, stop, 3 yards loss.
Actually, you're absolutely right. And I think a lot of it has to do with the defense of Rivera really playing really well. Harlingen had a 30-0 halftime. Yeah, they did put their second units right at that halftime. So able to score at least 6 points on there. But I think Harlingen's doing the right thing by getting some of the seniors to play and getting everybody who doesn't get a chance to play.
All right, second down and 13. By the way, the student section and band cheerleaders are having a great time over there on the northwest end of the field. Here we go with Tejano. He gets flipped over. Good tackle in the backfield by number 3.
Yeah, that was actually good for no gain there. Yeah, they're having a good time over there. I still remember when they used to have the barn back there. You don't remember the barn?
No.
Yeah.
That was before. Before I got to Harlingen, I should say.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, there was a barn out there. It was actually the 9th grade basketball.
Okay.
It was somewhere in the middle out here where the football field's at.
And I do remember when I first started here, the stands weren't this wide. So they did add on to these, right? Several years ago. 19 with a catch. And he gets back almost to the original line of scrimmage, but not so much. 19, by the way, is Adam Sanchez.
Yeah, and then some of the names that we don't call much, like Adam Sanchez, they're number 19. But, you're getting to see some of the guys there and getting some of the seniors action in there, some of the guys that you don't see much out there, But it's good to see some names, different names out there. Nevertheless, we got a 4th down, and they're going to punt the ball.
We've got a different punter this time, by the way. So I'll call a different name here as soon as I can see his jersey. He's once I get a good look at that. But different punter, lefty this time. Shoots this one up. He was punting last week, by the way. So number 10, right, which is Ray Castillo.
Sunny days or starry nights. Lay back or splash down. Brunch, lunch, or late night munch. That's as hard as it gets at South Padre Island. Voted Texas Travel Awards Destination of the Year. Plan your escape at sopadre.com.
Got the quarterback. I think another quarterback, by the way. This may be the 4th quarterback we've seen tonight or so. No, back to the original quarterback, which was 26.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
Now running back.
Now he's a
there you go.
back. They're asking him to do all possession. I think he even lined up as a receiver earlier as well too. So, So I think that's a good talented player when you can play a lot of positions like that.
Well, I think also Rivera's looking forward to next year. What do you have? What's in your stable, if you will, and maybe they're trying to figure out who their next quarterback's going to be, and so you're going to run a couple different ones in there. Different situations. It's better than practice because you're not going to face a Harlingen Cardinal defense on your practice field. So I'm all for that, right? Experimentation, and I think Rivera's going to try to put something together and start looking forward to next year already. Good tackle there by a bunch of red jerseys.
A lot of red jerseys are able to get about 3-4 yards, making about a 3rd and 8 for the Raiders right now. They're still trying. They're not like that. They're just they're not just running the ball. They're actually passing, doing screens, trying to make something happen here with 3:05 left to play in the 4th quarter.
Some old school band tunes down there right now, and the student section is getting into it. Love it. 3rd down.
Well, that's gonna be a false start.
Man,
that was obvious.
You just you heard for Rivera tonight. Of course, already kind of punching up, if you will, against the Cardinals. The Cardinals just have a great program this year, and then on top of that, just all the penalties have just been really difficult. For the Raiders to mount anything. minus stands at 1 touchdown, right? But you just kind of feel for them tonight. Not only do you have the physical, if you will, but the mental players have been there as well. They'll figure something out, and hopefully go into the offseason with some ideas for next year, and more than likely probably going to stay in this district. Rolling to his right, wants to pass. He's got a man downfield. Wow. Look at this good coverage, and just out of the fingertips of number 1, it was there. Great pass.
That was a nice pass. That was a tight spiral on that one.
Just remember, though, with the wind at their back again. So what have we seen over and over tonight, right? Yeah. Overthrown passes with the wind, short passes against the wind.
Yeah, because this is blowing about 20-plus miles per hour, I believe. So
maybe it come down just a touch, maybe.
Yeah, it has. Some of the flags are kind of,
Mm-hmm. But it still affects, That's what you wonder, like the pros, how they do that. And no matter the winds west, east, north, south, rain, sleet, and they're still able to make it's amazing, right?
Yeah, it is amazing.
Because your brain has to make the adjustments on the touch that you put on the ball, the speed, all that. It's just amazing, and I think it's just all repetition.
Yeah.
4th down and 13. Obviously, talent, right? You have got to have that first. Look at this nice looking punt. Will this be returned? No.
So we got 2 minutes left to play in the 4th quarter, and Harlingen's probably going to run a few plays, and I think they'd call it a night after this.
Mm-hmm.
Rivera's defense has really played really well. Offense struggled a little bit. Got some things going in the second half. Was able to put some points on the board. Was managed to do a little bit of a mix of running and passing the ball and having some good success against the second unit of the Harlingen defense. But otherwise, it's been, they've, like you said, I think they got a lot to learn, and, who's going to be next year. Like you said, you don't practice this kind of defense, this kind of caliber. So this is some of the things that you can build on.
1st and 10. A lot of arguments out there. Who's number 1 in the Valley? Cardinals have to be in the conversation. PSG North in the Valley has really had a great year as well. That 5A spot. But Cardinals, nice tackle there. But Cardinals are definitely in that conversation, Joe.
I would definitely say so. I would think. They got to be up there with 1 or 2. I think when you talk about the number 1 in the Valley, you got yes, PSG North is in that conversation. But I think Harlingen deserves to be in that conversation just as much as they do because, I think if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to, but it might be the only 2 undefeated teams up in that.
Yeah, and PSG does have that big win over Vela, which is also a top 3, 4, 5 team in the Valley. So I think that's, kind of on that end. But, some people this year are kind of throwing in, I think, Cal Allen because they're playing actually in a district that includes Valley teams, but little extra that's going on there. Yeah, I saw that, and that flag's going to come out. That's a little punch thrown there at the end.
Yeah, we got a holding for the Cardinals there, and that was thrown by the side judge. Now, I don't know what the other – I didn't see the other one that you said it was a little extracurricular.
Yeah, very, very end. I know that the back one is going to be against Rivera. It's pretty clear to me.
And then there's going to be a holding against Harlingen.
So they may offset, by the way.
They may offset. So let's see what the referee says. And see what he says.
Very interesting, kind of having that conversation with somebody else. Realize, like, hey, sure, you can go PSG North. You could go. PSG North had a good run last year. I think they ran into Austin Westlake, if I remember correctly, though, and that kind of ended their season. Yep, that's the one I saw. So they'll both be. So you got a 10-yard and then, a spot foul.
You got 2 yards though. You got 2 penalties on the Cardinals, though, right?
No. One. The second one, sportsmanlike, is against Rivera, which is. So they're going to mark it off this way, and then watch. They're going to mark it off this way. Yeah. And now let's go back.
So instead of just going 5 yards up, because one's a 10 and one's a 15, they go 10.
I think they're both 10s though. You got holding and unsportsmanlike. Unless they did 10 and 15.
They did 10 and 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll change their.
So they did personal foul then. Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah. So there was a little punch there at the end of the play.
Yeah.
And I've never understood that. Why you would want to punch a guy with pads and helmet on. It doesn't make a lot of sense for your own hand. But anyway, don't do that. 15-yard penalty. Okay. 1st and 10. Get in the next play. Within the whistle. Take a knee on that one. I don't think he was supposed to take a knee, but he did just to protect the football.
Yeah, I think it's going to got one more snap to go, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to have a 36-7 ball game.
Well, hey, homecoming night for the Cardinals. I know they're pretty pleased with the turnout. They got to play a lot of their players, seniors, guys in the second, third spots. They're preparing. They're looking forward to the playoffs. Yvette and I are looking forward to getting better for next season, obviously, and take this as a learning experience. But good game for the Cardinals, as expected, in my opinion. Expecting them to come out on top on this one. And, they've got a big one next week against Los Fresnos. Regardless if they win or lose, Los Fresnos, they got to play at Los Fresnos, and Cardinals are they're gonna have to work for that one next week, I believe.
Yeah, that's a pretty good tough team there. Los Fresnos always playing tough and everything. So,
well, there we go, folks. That'll be the last Cardinals game that we get to broadcast in the regular season, and we may or may not be back in the playoffs, and so, just keep track of that. But thanks for joining us in this live stream tonight. Real Sports Live, KHGN partnership. It's been a good one.
Good night.